everybody. Good morning or good afternoon or good evening, depending on what time it is for you where you are. Happy Wednesday. Welcome back to a fresh week of Hazel Streams, and welcome back to our Gap Week. This is our release from... Oh, I can't even pretend I didn't like it. I was gonna say like our release from the dark depths of running, Sanctum of Domination a bunch of times a week, but I was kind of enjoying myself. I think there's a part of me that is talking myself out of continuing to do that, despite the fact that the drop rates are not good. I am currently logging onto my alts to deposit my excess gold into my warbank to kind of try and find out, at least in my 80s. I'm just logging into the 80s to dump their gold in the warbank and find out sort of where I'm at after the month of... It was a month, right? Month of Mount Farms. How are you guys doing? We're unmounted. We're unmoored. We're adrift, but we still have Twitch drops going if you are working on your adorned half shell. We still have Winds of Mysterious Fortune if you're leveling alts, or if you are working on goblin reps or like other reputations, but goblins are the ones that I still need. And we're in our last week before patch week. August 5th is 11, or I don't know. I can't keep track of the numbers. Ghosts of Koresh, anyways. Next patch, August 5th. So we have a little chill week to just kind of settle down and hang out and, live in Undermine for the last time. Not going to continue mat runs. I haven't, fully decided, but my plan was to do goblin stuff. I'm wondering whether or not I'm going to run out of goblin stuff to do, because you can only ally with one faction in a week on your account. So where I'm at now currently, I'm exalted with all four. I'm revered with Dark Fuse. That's a whole different problem. And I have one of the Paragon cash mounts collected. I opened one cache and I got it. So this week I'm going to pick another one, and I could maybe grind Paragon caches to try to get that mount. But the other two Paragon mounts are going to be not for this week anyway. I think we have another week of the buff after this. The other ones will have to wait. Oh, I just deposited 10,000 gold in the warbank on that one. Is there a Dark Fuse farm Bliss allowed to survive? No, I think scrap piles and just general undermineness is going to be the way to go. The trick is to remember to turn in your market research while the buff is up. Yeah, so we have chet lists. Even if we get the Paragon cache for the rep that we're currently on, I could still turn in chet lists towards the part-timer achievement that I had been chipping away at. I'm about a third of the way towards that. So I have some flexibility about what I do with that. Oh, 20k gold on this character. That's not too bad. Bank over this way. Next week is Dark Moon too. So as long as I can be trusted to remember to turn in my Dark Fuse rep next week, then there would be overlap on that. Whether or not I can be trusted to remember is kind of another issue. Greedy Emissary is over. There's no more Diablo Goblins, pretty sure. I think those are done. I got half of these sets, and I got the mount. And I think I'm cool with that. I never ground out the shards to get the other half of the sets. I got the ones for the classes that I play and the ones that I really liked. And it wouldn't surprise me if they bring that event back one day. So I'm not going to, worry my little head about it. Bank is over this way. You got from Sunday until reset for both buffs to overlap. Yeah, I don't know if I'm going to remember that, especially because those are my days off. I mean, it's Sunday, I suppose. If you guys all yell at me Sunday on stream, or I set some kind of alarm or something, I don't know, I might forget. That sounds like the kind of thing I would do. Ooh, up to 246. Might be able to afford another token, although I probably won't go token shopping until the patch. Managed to get all the mounts from the event, but I never, ever want to hear Gul'dan talk about how awesome he is 10 seconds before I kill him. Nearly 150 attempts. Holy smokes. That's quite a few. You're allowed if you're itchy for it. Yeah, I think it would just be like muscle memory, inertia, Stockholm syndrome at a certain point. Oh man, tier tokens everywhere. That's yucky. Oh wow. Yep. I think at a certain point I just abandoned hope of sorting those out. I will do it at some point, but I'm not going to make you guys watch me find homes for tier tokens on stream. Bad enough I'm going to make you guys watch me do Undermine. There we go, 270. There's a log for this, isn't there? I feel like there's a log. I feel like I've seen one. It doesn't matter. Next. This one. The higher up I go, the more gold they have because they were, they did more mount runs earlier. Steady flight style like myself. I apologize for misleading you. I almost always keep dynamic flight on. On a couple of my characters, I had temporarily toggled steady on specifically to fly them from the Jade Forest to Vale of Eternal Blossoms because I couldn't make it over the mountains on one vigor bar. So I would switch it just for that because I was farming Nihilotha and Vale last week. But it is going right back. There's a bank in here somewhere, isn't there? I'm sorry. I'm pretty sure that if yeah, this one's on my normal thing. Oh, it's nice to always have the option, though. I'm glad that they don't lock us into one or the other or anything. Actually, that reminds me. I wanted to try something. The otherworldly Audic, which is the other... Or what do they call it? Oh, ow! You have some nails, my dear. Hi. Yeah, steady flight only. So if I get on this one... Oh. I had this theory that the whole, like, secret reason why they had left the otherworldly audit carrier as steady flight only was to be a super sick shortcut for people that wanted to keep dynamic riding on, but still have, like, one button that they could use to steady fly without having to toggle their whole flight style. I thought, oh man, this is great. You can just pull out the otherworldly audit and that'll be your steady flight mount. It does not work like that, apparently. I just ruined my own hopes. It turns out that if you have dynamic flight on, the otherworldly Audic just runs on the ground like some kind of regular otter. Usually at season end, I'm confused. If we do stuff this week, do I get a season 2 vault next week or nothing? They put something in the schedule about when vault progress and credit starts happening. I didn't pay a wild amount of attention. But you're not, I think you're right. I don't think you're getting a head start in season 3 gear by doing season 2 content. Because there's a gap week between patch coming out and the season starting, and I think then you can get a head start to some extent. What am I doing? Those are gonna need to go to the Alec Heldenos. Actually, no, the Legnus the Corruptor, they should auto turn into those. Yeah, and I did need that appearance too. Gloves of the Corruptor. Yep, need those too. There we go. I completed. Oh, that's a nice set too, actually. I'm not mad at that. We were going to the bank. Oh, Wicked Fate, thank you for the 41-month resub. Appreciate it very much. Welcome back. Hope you're doing well. Morning. Good morning, Tin Soldier. Big Steady Flight fan. Enjoyed dragon riding while we were forced to, but unless I got to get somewhere fast, just prefer the old flying. Yeah. Well, up to 311. Yeah, this character had about 23k that she was able to dump into the war bank. This is when having Warband Miser comes in really handy. How are you doing, Miss Kitty? How are you? We're trying to stay cool in here. It's going to get hot today, but it hasn't started to yet. And we were blasting fans. We had the windows open and we just sealed it all up. So now we're trying to think cool thoughts. You know, we're trying to stay chill. Hey, you're always chill. You've never not been chill. Are you as glad as I am that the collectathon is over? I don't know. I could have kept going. I didn't get everything. There's 2 mounts I didn't get. So I'm hoping that they do it again eventually. I couldn't honestly tell you whether or not I was starting to get burned out on running things. I don't think that I was. I think there's something wrong with me because I could do that forever. Like, don't get me wrong. I'll complain about it. I'll get crabby and I'll go, well, I don't know. Someone is in domination land, but like, I think I could continue to do it for as long as it takes. And the longer it takes, the more of a perverse, twisted sense of satisfaction I get over still being there. We're going to the bank. Happy to have the break last week. Yeah, I'm waiting for that to kick in. The 2 cats I'm adopting taking their shots well that they got today. They can move in as soon as tomorrow. Oh, I bet you're taking them home tomorrow. Stockholm Syndrome. What grass? What do you mean greener? Oh, are you all ready for your kitties? You got all your kitty stuff. The best part about getting a new pet is like preparing for them by shopping for them, and then they move in with you and they're like, what is this garbage? I don't want it. Get me something different. And you're like, okay, because they run your life now. This one loves scratching posts, needs to be sisal, not jute, and will not touch cardboard scratchers. Which is a shame because I bought you some cute ones when you were a baby and you were like, what do you expect me to do with this garbage? And then I was like, you're right, I'm so sorry. Oh, right away. It's like one of my favorite things is learning all their little likes and dislikes and quirks. Cardboard box, no frills. Okay, this character has another almost 30k. Wow. You know, like, do away with this. Bring me something finer. There we go. But it's good to know because I know what kind of rope to replace it with if I ever need to redo it. Up to 358. Could certainly get another token. They're expensive, but they're not that expensive. And then back to the main. Right, can we scooch in a little bit? There we go. We are also back to 3-hour streams. I'm here until noon Pacific. I'll leave lots of time for stuff. But it'll be nice. I want to get some reputation. I wonder if we can get a rep cache today. We might be able to. Hi, Hazel. With moving, has any merch taken a back seat? Oh, yes, but it would be really rich of me to blame it on moving. I commissioned a merch design almost 2 years ago, and it's been sitting in my files ever since. I can't decide if I like it enough to get it made. Every now and then I get a spike of anxiety about how the planet doesn't need any more t-shirts and I should just can it. And now that I'm hopefully trying to move, you're right, it's not a good time to pursue it, but it would be really rich of me to be like, yeah, that's the reason when I've had it for that long. Oh, so this character's got 60,000. This is also my main though. How much are tokens anyway? Just out of curiosity. I think I will do some eventually, but listen, we do really limited edition merch drops. You really gotta be on at the right time to get Hazel merch. I've done like what, 3 waves of merch over 10 years. Holy moly. What am I looking for? Oh yeah, tokens. Oh, they did spike. Those were lower before, I think. 316k. Interesting. Okay. Well, I'm not doing it right now, but that's good to know. Let's get into Shadowspec and let's go to Undermine and see what we can do. Is that giraffe in your shirt just smiling? He's kind of got like a smirk going. T-shirt's gonna be bought and worn. May as well be yours. I suppose so. It's just, you know, the world, the environment. Floating around 300k for a week. Show us that design. No. Can't do it. Can't do it. Not unless I'm releasing it. The last thing I want is anybody else to get in my head about whether or not it's any good. EU tokens back up to 400k again. Okay, so I'm in Voidweaver. I'm in a dungeon spec. I have not chosen which cartel I want to pick. I guess I should pick one that has like a cool Paragon mount, honestly. I think that's why I picked Steamweedle, was I like the look of their Paragon cash mount. So Bilgewater. The Bilgewater Trove has a Bilgewater Bombardier. That's pretty cool. It's rad. I mean, these are all recolors of mounts we already have at this point. The other thing I wanted to look into was there is the one vendor that has the little sets for each faction that you just buy with gold. I can never remember. Not Sketchit. He's the Miscellaneous Mechanica guy. Not that stuff. I'm trying to work on all the things over here. Oh, yeah. Bilgewater. The only ones I didn't buy were Bilgewater. So let's do Bilgewater. Why not? Let's do Bilgewater. I need them still. I'm exalted with them, but I don't have the Paragon cash mount, and it's as good a mount as any to work on this week. So we'll go sign up and get our weeklies and all that good stuff. So you give me these. Oh, I think I need to look in my bank. I think I stashed a chet list in there, and as long as I have a chet list in my bank, I'm pretty sure Bilgewater, not Blackwater, Bilgewater. Yeah. Why are there multiple waters? No, I have not capped Dark Fuse. Part of me thinks that it's not necessarily, oh, look at all these rares, worth it for me to I'm just going to double check that they won't give me a chat list, but I'm pretty sure I have one in my bank. I know that if I'm going to keep working on this achievement, yeah, no, they're not going to give me one, then I should, like, while I work on those, I'm generally getting market research, and I know I'm going to have to turn in, like, another 70 of the things. Here, let's just, if we want to go to a bank, I guess I have to just, like, I'll just go back to Dornigal. It won't take a second. Just have everyone prepay. Oh, man. We're going back. I also have to decide if I want to use Teespring again or if I want to look into a different situation. It's hard because I'd like to have a little more control over different parts of the process, but I'm also one person and I realistically can't handle logistics myself, so I do need a company that's going to deal with all of it, which kind of, you can't have both. You can't have it both ways. I'm pretty sure that I stashed a chat list somewhere. Here, let's search for list. Yeah, there it is. I had a partially finished chat list from like weeks ago. I don't know whether or not I'm gonna, I think, do some of them. I don't know whether or not I'm gonna turn them in yet, because depending on whether or not I can just get the Bilgewater Paragon cash mount, I may want to turn them in for rep this week while it's buffed, or I may want to save them for the achievement. I haven't decided yet. I think I'm just gonna sit on them. Launch a crypto t-shirt. Bunker branding. What is bunker branding? Did you see Makari did merch? I did not. Stressful, yet exhilarating. I think I have enough exhilaration in my life. If only Hazel merch flower pots were a thing. Flower pots. Hi, kitty. Okay. We have our cartel. I'm going to track my rep as of on my experience bar so I can keep an eye on it. I want to do all the weeklies. I guess I want to, yeah, let's just do the side gigs. I never do them, but we really should. I want to do the side gigs, and I want to do basically every world quest as well. That's a good place to start. I fail often is her slogan. There we go. I watched a minute or two of the open water swimming one, and I was like, oh, that's one of the places I go fishing sometimes. I didn't watch the whole thing, but I was like, I know that lake. It's just it freaks me out, like watching like YouTube content and being like, wait, I know where all of this stuff is. This is just weird. Usually the videos take place in imaginary places that, as far as I can tell, don't exist. It's strange when they're in my city. Oh, I picked all those quests up and then I immediately left. We're going to the Kasha Coast. That's right. Brought me comfort to say she uploaded, because that means she didn't drown. Kasha Coast. Yeah, we usually try to avoid drowning. There's plenty of people drown in the lakes and rivers and boating and everything. Often, though, people that aren't strong swimmers or people that are drinking at the water in the summer. That happens a lot. You get tourists. I mean, not a lot. It's not like buckets of drowned people every day or anything, but you'll get tourists that are here to party. Maybe they're visiting from a place that doesn't have bodies of water and they don't understand water safety to quite the right degree, and they just see everybody hanging out and they assume it's like really not a problem, and most of the time it's not a problem, and every now and then someone dies. I've gone to the wrong drill, haven't I? Sure have. I know that bridge. Oh, I had that experience watching the first season of The Last of Us as it was filmed in Calgary and Canmore. Every now and then I see a video where people do really stupid things, and all that calms me down is thinking they probably wouldn't have uploaded it if someone died here. Other drill. This one. Go side. Let's go. I haven't done these dailies or these weeklies in ages because they do give rep, but they feel like they don't give enough rep. I don't know. I think I'm just really spoiled. But I really want to enjoy this last week of... Here, I should turn dialogue sound on. I want to enjoy this last week of goblin stuff because we're going to space. You know, we're getting out of here very shortly. And not only am I not quite done with all of this, but I want to enjoy it. There we go. So we're starting at 3,500 into 10k of our first Paragon rep cash bar. So I'm hoping that I can get at least one of them today. Should be able to. We get a lot of people from Toronto coming to our lake and drowning because they treat it like a swimming pool or something. Rewatched Terminator 2 once, realized much of the city chase scene was filmed a walking distance from where I lived at the time. Gallywix has fallen dead, congratulations. Know nothing about the 11-2 story, we're going to space. I mean, we're going to a planet that's not this planet, which I'm assuming involves some space at some point. The skyboxes look nice. This is for powdery crab meat, but the powdery crabs appear to be... Oh, maybe it's these ones? No, it's not, though. Oh, I'm moving. It's like 80 chetlist completions or the employee of the month. There's that one. Yeah, mine is at... I can track it, right? Part-timer. Yeah, I'm at 35 of 100, so just a smidge over a third of the way there. Honestly, I don't mind it. It's just that I don't mind it super much, I don't think. I did stop doing it for a little bit because it sounded like there was rumblings that like Employee of the Month was going to be like figured out, and I figured the floodgates were going to break and everybody was going to start getting it, and then I could just do that instead. But that was a while ago and I haven't heard anything. So I'm feeling like, and last I heard there were still only like a dozen of people with the achievement in general. So I think we're just going to do it the old fashioned way. The crabs are extinct, apparently. For a fantasy franchise ostensibly built around hitting things with axes, we do quite a bit of interplanetary travel. Yeah, I think anything like this is gonna have some genre crossover at some point. It's a fantasy game, but it likes its little doses of sci-fi here and there. It's not junk. It's treasure. Did old school RuneScape go to space? I'm assuming that's what you mean. Legit question, don't know. Yeah, I have no idea. There we go. Star Wars being sci-fi, but with a generous blend of fantasy. Like the lore videos from Koresh on YouTube. They're just so well done. Oh, good. These are just regular crabs. These crabs do me no good. These used to have a much better spawn rate, I feel like. I feel like you used to be able to hang out here and just get them, you know, in basically one spot. And now there's maybe a crab if you're lucky. I don't know what's gone wrong here. What year is this? It is nice just having a nice big, straightforward, easy to understand to-do list. I love that. I've been playing WoW too long when I get grumpy about new terrain. Another place where they won't allow us to fly again. I'm space grumpy. I'm pretty sure we can fly there at least. I took the tiniest of looks on the PTR. I was mainly trying to unlock something that I then realized I could skip with an NPC on PTR, so I did that instead. But I was out there for a little bit. Whenever possible, I like to not spoil myself too much. Not for story stuff, but just for kind of like the, I don't know, the experience of it. I wanted to still feel all new and exciting when I get out there. This is our last big piece of new content in the War Within, which feels kind of crazy. This has gone really fast, I feel like, this expansion. Good morning, Hazel. I may or may not have played a small prank on my brother as he played Baldur's Gate 3. Oh. Prankster, I see. We're going this way. The only nice thing about side missions is that they'll give you reputation with goblins that aren't necessarily yours. So it's a nice way to kind of get extra. I'm not even averse to the idea of getting bonus Paragon caches after I've gotten them out with a given faction, because that's probably a good way to get miscellaneous Mechanica. And I am going to want some miscellaneous Mechanica at some point. I don't know when I'm going to sit down and grind it out. I feel like there's a bunch of cosmetic farms in the War Within that I'm going to end up getting to after the fact. Like, I still need some insane amount of... I need 57,000 more pieces of flame-blessed iron from the Siren Isle. And I would like to do that. When? I don't know. I need to wait long enough for it to be not so much Hazel's just late and more so she's quirky and interesting and going back and people will be like, wow, what's this content? I never saw this before. And I'll be like, listen, I've got the inside deets, you know. I need it to be long and old enough that it's cute, effectively. What are they cooking after War Within? Yeah, new chapter of the World Soul Saga. World Soul Saga is a 3 expansion series, and the War Within is the first one. So after that, we're getting Midnight, and then we have the name, but I forget what it is for the one after that. They have 2 more expansions in the pipelines, for sure. I don't think they're going to destroy everything and do new WoW, like, anytime soon. Now the event is over, I can finally sleep. 1 to 2 Mechanica per cache. I have 23, almost my first mail. In the middle of a career change, happy to be there to catch a midweek stream. Welcome. Best of luck on your career change. That must be stressful. The Last Titan. It sounds like a Miyazaki movie. While he was away for a short while, I snuck into his computer and downloaded Wither's... Huh? I'm just going to leave that one alone. I don't know any of those words, and I don't like where it's going. Agree. Glad the event is over. It's weird. I could have sworn this whole time that you were a big fan of the event and you were really enjoying it and in favor of it, and you definitely were telling everybody about how much you liked it and how happy you were. This is a big surprise. Recommended Siren Isle and Earthen. Yeah, there's like an extra armor set. I didn't have a dwarf. It could be a regular dwarf too, or a dark Arn. Any dwarf can get that set. I didn't have any dwarves leveled up at the time. I do now, actually. We got Krabby leveled for Collector's Bounty. Do you have a schedule? I don't. They will be out. When? I'm not quite sure. We're going to do our best. We're juggling a little bit. We've got that, and I've got some IRL stuff happening at the same time. Stockholm Syndrome wearing off. 2 panic attacks at work caused by insurance companies forcing me to change medication. Oh, that's dystopian. That sucks. Trying to find reasons to say positive things. I guess it is a positive thing. You're happy now. Oh, look, all the boblings are back. Why were they gone before? We could have had this the whole time. Well, now I only need 2 pieces of meat left. The bombshells don't like Ginksy. Happy now, job sucked anyway. There you go. Thanks for making them in the first place. They'll be out before the raid is. By at least 90 minutes. I got pretty good footage this time, I'm pretty sure. So they shouldn't be too problematic. Although I've been having weird problems with my editing software. There's like a new bug in Premiere 2025 that has been driving me nuts. And I know the workaround for it, but I just need to remember that I know the workaround for it and stop trying to troubleshoot it, because it gives me a heart attack every single time. It's like I import my audio into a project and it's fine. The audio file is fine and the levels are fine. But then as soon as I put it on my timeline, all of a sudden it's really blown out and peaking. But then if I drag it all into a new project, it's fine. It's just the first project after I open the program for some reason wants to mess with the audio. And it's just started like a month ago, and every time it like made me crazy because I can't publish the video with audio like that, and it would be in the export, and I was just like going back through every different step of recording it, being like, what happened to this? And I'm like, oh no, it's just broken. Not me, just Adobe. Thanks. Sneak in a Heroic Onsurek guide. Offer no explanation. I was gonna do Onsurek and Gallywix for the Victory Lap season, but if we're not doing a Victory Lap season, they may be gone forever. I did give up on the Nyloth Allseer. I ran out of lockouts, really. Like, I gave up in the sense that I didn't try to level any other characters last minute. I only had a day or 2 left. And I had killed it on every character that I had that could do it. There's a workaround. There should be a fix. That's on them, not on you. Yeah, they usually get stuff like this sorted out at some point, but I just need to remember next time I'm freaking out about what happened to my sound. Just start another project, pull it in. It's annoying, but it's not that big of a deal. Just don't freak out. At least I didn't re-record anything. But yeah, two news videos in a row have taken me way longer than normal because I keep freaking out being like, why is it all blown out? I can't publish it like this. Might work on getting raid skips before the event comes again. Yeah, especially for, I mean, I wouldn't work on them right now because they're probably hard to solo, but for Dragonflight raids, if there's any raid skips I haven't finished. Although, honestly, I probably have raid skips for Dragonflight raids because I would have done them while I was raiding. And if I only need to do them once, then maybe I'm all good. I'm calling it the jump scare audiobook. Yeah. Well, I just need to remember that I know what to do now. I think those are good to go. Weird, we had no midnight leaks so far. We know the name and main theme. Rip leak season. I feel like Blizzard tells us so much about what's coming, and there's so much to keep us busy with in the meantime that I don't really have the appetite for leaks that I used to have years ago. It's not that I don't care, but I kind of don't care. Like, it'll come out when it's ready. Half the time leaks are pure creative writing anyway. Or largely creative writing, and it's, you know, who's got time for that these days? There's just too much to be doing in the game. Hello, Moorbones. How you doing today? Are we nearly finished the side gigs? We are. Oh, wow. 200 reputation. I think that's 200 before the rep buff. I think. The only thing I care is when the Riot MMO comes out. Are they really making one? I believe you, but it's just crazy to me that in today's day and age, there's people trying to launch brand new from scratch MMOs. It's kind of feels like a legacy genre. Hazel, I wish I could watch your stream at work, but they blocked Twitch. It's understandable. 2030-ish release date. 2030. I feel like by then we're gonna... It's a long time. A lot can change in that amount of time. Rumors of that Riot MMO have been going for like 5 years. Have they confirmed it's still in development? A lot of games that get, especially like big project games, that get stuck in development hell that long, by the time they come out, if they come out, they're already like super dated because they started developing it based on things that were popular or accepted like 4 or 5 years ago that have been like outgrown. Things just move too fast. Very hyped for it as I'm an ancient League player. Wish I were good at League. I feel like I missed something big. The main thing I always heard from League players was how angry it made them. If there was one like persistent meme or piece of feedback, it's people being like, man, I gotta stop playing so much League. It's not so good for my blood pressure. And I know lots of like multiplayer games can tilt people, but that one seemed like it was especially good at it. Pause was due to they started with UE4 a year after UE5 came out. Wanted to let you know I pushed the farm the last 2 days, got all my missing mounts until Dragonflight, got all of them. Congratulations, that's fantastic. Oh, we're in surge pricing. Although, having missed the first bar of surge pricing, I don't think my odds of getting the rest of it are very good, but we can try. You would have to, the zone would have to push it up to whatever that second breakpoint is. Was that all of them? I think that was all of them. So we're at still 3,500. League takes a special frame of mind to not get tilted at. It's possible, but you gotta get your head right for sure. It's one of those games that's gonna either leave you much more zen or much less. Alright. Oh, hang on. Oh, gosh. Car on the bar. Car on the bar. Job's on. Off we go.
Ready, set, go.
I'm gonna miss, what is her name? Nanny Tallulah? I'm gonna miss Nanny Tallulah.
Up the streets and chewing holes in everything. I want them gone.
Trash compacted. All right. Oh yeah, some of that voice acting is gonna be from my World Quest. That's right too. Every time Riot releases a new thing, I consider playing League because their characters and the lore seem cool, but then I remember that it's League.
You did the job and you didn't total your car.
Man, I remember a long time ago, I was talking with someone. It was right when League of Legends and Heroes of Newerth were sort of neck and neck, and Han was supposed to be like the more polished version, but wasn't free to play in the same way that League was. At least that's what I vaguely remember it being. And this person was obsessed with the fact that he thought that Han was better and was definitely going to outperform League in the market, and that League was going to be nowhere in like a year's time, and all the big esports leagues were going to be playing Heroes of New Earth. Tough break. Watching your old VODs, inspired to delete tunes I never played like you did in Dragonflight. Went from 27, 70 plus to 5 total. Now I'm going through making progression alts that are maxing out all the legacy current professions. Any advice or thoughts? It just sounds like a lovely project. I think that's a wonderful thing to do. You'll be set up if you're doing those old professions for housing, for furniture and housing when it comes out. Looked at League in fall 2010, laughed, and launched Dota. Followed you from your weekly WoW YouTube videos. Can't tell you how much they've helped, so thank you. Oh, shucks. Thanks, Tornado Zoo. Oh, hang on. We gotta go back for Gary the Goldfish. Did play HON, never played League of Legends. I've barely played either of them. I think I played the League of Legends intro a couple of times. The game like that I played more than anything else was Heroes of the Storm. Mainly just because it was the Blizzard one. Because they would bribe me into it a few times with WoW tie-ins. There was a mount, like a primal flame saber, and then there was a pet. Some kind of undead looking thing. And that's about it. Rest in peace, Heroes of the Storm. It was perfectly fine. It was vaguely fun. I don't think I played it much whenever they were bribing me to do so, though. I don't think I put a lot of time into it for its own sake. Hots was good. A MOBA without the focus and last hitting. Too bad Blizz didn't support it.
And absolutely no airflow. Perfect day for a race.
Perfect day for a race. Don't even know if it's dead or just not being supported further. Last I heard, they were putting HOTS onto maintenance mode, so I'm sure they're still like pushing bug fix patches, but not necessarily making new content for it. And the main thing was they stopped supporting esports for it. They used to have like a big tournament every year at BlizzCon, and they gave up on that one. I think we're pretty close. We just need to get this to 50. There are other people doing jobs in the zone, so it's not just me. Where might one go for catch-up gear nowadays? It's all over the place. Nightfall. The Nightfall in weeklies in Hallowfall will be a really good place to start. You do your weekly event there and a set of daily quests, and that's going to get you a handful of pieces of veteran gear as well as a piece of champion loot. Like a choosable piece of champion loot. I would also get your disc belt in Dornegal. That's going to give you a random piece of champion gear as well as your belt, which is pretty powerful. Good place to start. Make yourself. Thank you for the 37-month resub. Appreciate it. Wishing you all the best with your career change. And then if you have extra undercoins lying around or Valor stones lying around, you can use those to purchase gear. Undercoins can be used to buy veteran gear specifically off the undercoin vendor. You can pick out each slot. Valor stones can be used to buy random boxes of champion gear for random slots. And it can be like, and those are account bound, so you can go shop on your alts if you had other characters with Valor stones and then send those pieces to your catch-up alt.
Always looking for trouble.
We're after the package right now.
Let 'em know they found it.
But I do want to do the world quest too. There's time for everything. I just gotta stay organized. Really enjoyed HOTS for a while, but only against AI because League already ruined me for any kind of PvP. I liked playing against the robots as long as I was winning. If I ever started falling behind against easy robots, then that was embarrassing. That's when I had a problem. So the Valor Stone gearboxes are for a random piece. You can buy them in Dornegal. If you know where the dungeon portals are, there's an NPC in that room. Or if you look at the room that has the Valor Stone upgrader in it, if you're facing the doorway of that room, it's another doorway that is left of it, if you're facing it. My car don't go up hills. My car also doesn't swim. I want a refund. There we go. This way. This way. This was a great patch zone. I really had a lot of fun here.
Honey bunches, you're my favorite driver.
It's me.
Just don't tell the rest of them I said said that, okay?
Oops. I hope that they let us drive the car somewhere else one day and don't just leave it here forever. I don't know whether or not they will expand drive to other places, but I would I would be real happy. I think it'd be great. You know, it doesn't have to be mandatory, but it would be cool if they would enable some other mounts for it. Remember when we thought that the fell cycle that we got from that secret puzzle was going to get drive tacked onto it? What happened to that? What's the big idea?
You do the work, I don't break a nail. That's a win-win for me.
Hey, Currents, how you doing? Happy Wednesday. I hope summer's treating you all right.
Adventure's bombs are past expiration.
And if it's not, we're almost in August. You know, halfway through.
Grab a diffuser and get 'em
Love the
decommissioned.
zone. Didn't enjoy the car. Most of the time I get stuck when I'm in a hurry to get to a rare or something. They said that wasn't the rest of the secret. Yeah, I heard there was more. I just haven't heard what. Can't hear you. Instead of having Caja-Cola cans to increase the drive speed, they use pedestrians, and suddenly GTA music starts playing. Summer here is like 2 days long. Pray for it to stay that way. There you go. Yeah, it's we had a little reprieve. We had a week or so where it had gotten down to kind of like 22, 23 during the days, and that was nice because I could live my life. Could walk my dog whenever I wanted and, you know, not cook, but it's going to get warm again. Well, it's okay. That's all right.
Nice job. Now get back to work, Toots.
We're doing just fine. I've been making Moose let me moisturize his paws because his paw pads have gotten kind of rough, so I got a balm for them. And he does not like it. His feet feel... I don't think he likes the way it feels in his feet, but I've been making him let me anyway because it's doing them so much good. And they look so much better already, but every time I like try to put it on, he's like, Mom, can you not? They're fine! Oh, the poor guy. So I had caught a fish. I caught a fish on Monday. And we steamed it yesterday for Moose to have as a special treat. And I was trying to I was going to say lube up his paws, kind of. I was trying to moisturize his paws before I fed him this fish. And I was like, oh, you know what I'm going to do is I'm going to bribe him with little pieces of fish. I'm going to do a paw and give him a little fish, and do another paw and give him a little fish. But he started like sliding around on the vinyl flooring because his feet were slippery, I guess, and because he was trying to like skitter because he was so excited about getting to eat his fish. Oh, I needed that. That's wonderful. I got a transmog piece. Happy with that. A lot of transmog in the zone is kind of hard to brute force. I'm having trouble getting some of the... Like, I'm getting some of this, but like getting all of the pieces of shipping and handling gear. And then getting like the zone, like these things, the zone greens that are bind on pickup. Like, it's tough. I don't think there's a whole lot you can do to get anything in particular. Did I get my oh, I did get my surge pricing weekly done. That's great. Drive would have a weird bug where I can't use my ability because the engine's going. Does it happen on an alt? Sometimes your alts need to go talk to the person to learn the research. I flew into Calgary last night for a wedding this weekend, and it's so strange to go from I'm sweating while sitting at my computer to I could use a sweater. Do that with my dogs. I put baby socks on it to prevent her from licking the bomb off. Aww. He hasn't tried eating it yet, which I'm confused about because I want to eat it. It smells good. And I made sure to get one that was like food safe for him or lick safe or whatever. But his paw pads look so much better already. I just need him to let me do it. Let me moisturize you. He's real cute. Rug monster defeat. Oh, I could have stopped doing this actually. I don't need to be shipping anymore. We've shipped enough. We've handled. It's been handled. Let's go turn in a couple of things here. I wonder if I can get a new checklist if I turn this one in. I think I probably can. Am I capped on Valor Stones? Oh, almost again, actually. I had been spending them for a while getting upgrades on my other alts. It would be nice to start the patch pretty close to capped, but I don't want to be completely capped. Oh. My dog weighs so much that he destroys his paw pads every time he runs like crazy. Yeah, there's always something around here that's gonna be tough on their feet. Like if it's not like hot pavement, It's like salts and stuff in the winter. I have a completed list to turn in. Yeah, I'm just going to turn it in here. Give me some Valor stones. Am I capped now? I am. I think I'm just going to buy an alt piece and send it to somebody. I don't know. Because like otherwise I'm going to keep getting stuff. And there's no point in that. So let's go spend some Valor stones. Or I could just transfer them for upgrades. My alts are fine though. Like they're geared enough. There's really no way of me knowing which pieces could possibly give me transmog, I bet. There's probably too many options. He does not like it when I have to heal him. The Robbie Williams cover you didn't know you needed. Does it feel weird to be back in Calgary Day? You've been gone a couple of years now. I always felt spooky whenever I would go like back to a place like that after being gone a while. Just felt strange. Transfer them to alts for storage. Yeah. I could do that. I would pay a bit of a tax, but I guess honestly, if I'm not using them. Right, so the, yeah, maybe it's a good idea just to hold them on another character in case we want to use them. Which character can hold a bunch of them? Well, now I don't know, actually. The Goblin Rep's coming along. Hello, Elrith here. Yeah, going over caps 100% tax, precisely. Let's get Krabby to hold some. Goblin Reps are coming along. I need to check and see where my Bilgewater is at. I'm hoping to get a Paragon cache today. There is a tax on transferring Valor stones. Different currency will have most of them are free to transfer. A few things will charge you. Valor stones is one of the things that will charge you. So yeah, let's hold like, honestly 1,500 because I bet I'm going to get a bunch before the patch. That's going to cost me 125. Oh no, it's 325 currency. Oh, hang on. Let's maybe do 1,200. 300 currency be lost in this transfer, but that's fine. Krabby can hold them. New patch is next week, so behind already. Good oogly moogly. How can you be behind? The patch isn't even out yet. You're fine. Your oogle moogles or oogly boogly don't got no belt. You can get the belt in like 10 minutes. You can do it before snip of jiffy. Oh, you don't need the ring. Don't worry about the ring. I don't get the ring. That ring's already outdated. What do you mean character not found? Excuse me. Got a crafted belt. Ain't recrafting it. 610 with no belt. You'll get new gear in the new patch, though. What belt? I'm behind, too. So there's a disc belt that you can get. You'll get it real fast. What you want to do is in Dornegal. And this I would probably try to get before the patch just because it's fast and it's really strong. Go to the Delve Sanctum, Delve headquarters. Talk to this guy over here. Talk to Daggerin. He's in the corner, kind of opposite Bran's desk. He will give you a quest that will give you your belt for doing one overcharged delve. And then what you'll want to do is you'll want to find the delve that has the little lightnings on it. Lightning looks like this. Do that delve on a difficulty 1. There's no real reason to turn it up. Just do it on a difficulty 1. You'll blow right through it, and then you will get your belt. He'll give you a quest objective, but you can do it inside the overcharged delve. You're all good. All right. I think I can get another chet list because I had picked that one up previously. I think they'll give me a new one now. We'll go see. Yeah, the disc belt is super easy. It's much faster than getting the Siren Isle ring, which in itself is not horrible, but it was annoying enough that I didn't bother to do it too many times. I did it on my main. I already replaced it, though. Got the Venture Co Paragon out today. Feels good. Nice. Grats, Elrith here. Oh my gosh, this guy does not. By the way, what's up, Scarlet? See if they'll give me another list. I'd like a new list, please. Thank you. Click it again. That's funny. I'd have to do some of this. No, I did my sidekicks already. Oh dear. All right. Well, we'll worry about this later. Uh-oh. Bounty over. Felt nice to not have some driver say log in, get stuff. How are you today? I'm doing all right today. I had a reasonable weekend. I went fishing. Absolutely no airflow. I went fishing on Monday, and then yesterday I made a big errands day. I did all my least favorite things to do. Spent a bunch of time on the phone. Hate spending a bunch of time on the phone. I was ungracious and cranky the entire time. Hopefully not to the people I was speaking to, but just in general. But it's done now, so that's good. Woof. I was so crappy though. I was like, this is not what I wanted to do on my day off, but I think at a certain point of being an adult, you sometimes during your free time have to do things you don't like to do. I'm loath to admit it, but my parents may have been right. This way, this way. But I don't have to be happy about it. One more renown to get to max before I don't have to worry about the 11-0 reps. Nice. Ooh, speaking of rep, Paragon cash time. We got it filled already. I guess doing those weeklies really cranks it. So we're going to go turn in Blackwater. Why is it not on my map? Why is it not on my map? Bilgewater. Where's the Bilgewater people again? Wasn't it over here? Oh no, it's over here. There we go. Found it. You did your weeklies. Yeah, big rep with these buffs. I remember like 2 buffs ago doing weeklies. They would give you not very much rep at all. Because they did a regular buff and then we have the event buff. So we're going to turn this in and we are hoping that we get lucky again. Might be too much to ask for, but we can try. Oh, it's not Sassy Hard Wrench. She's right up there though. Here it is. We're hoping for the Bilgewater Bombardier from the Trove. All right. Drum roll. Oh, nice. First attempt. That is 2 Paragon cash mounts now. Both of them on attempt 1. Gotta love that. Nice. Yeah, just be lucky. let's take a look at it. Holy smokes, we're making up for some of our unluck during the mount farming a bit. Although, I think these are a much higher drop rate. Congrats, Hazel got that mount 5 minutes ago. Nice! Yeah, another one on the list. Oh, look at it go. Does farming quantum items appeal to you? At some point it will, but right now, not yet. The event ends when you say so. We all know where all your N'Zoth luck went. Yeah, just get them out. Well, it does mean that any rep that I'm getting from the rest of my weeklies and from my world quest now will not be towards a Paragon cash mount, but next best thing, if we get another cash, we'll be getting, hopefully, some miscellaneous mechanica from it, which would be good. So, I want to do the scrap thing. I also want to do world quests. I want to do all these world quests. But if I'm doing any extra chet lists this week, I'll probably work on Chetmate instead of working on reputation. I do want Mechanica stuff. Gosh, I'm gonna be doing these weeklies forever. It's kind of like the Azerothian archives, though. Remember when I kept going back to Azerspan, like even after Dragonflight was over, because I was like, if I just do the big dig once, I'm gonna get like a huge chunk of currency, and it'll be really good for collecting, and it doesn't take very long to do. I kind of feel that same way about like the goblin reps. Like even if I'm just working on Paragon caches from Miscellaneous Mechanica, once this content isn't current, I don't think it's going to be that big of a deal to come back for like 20 minutes and you can do your 3 weeklies, your scrap piles, your surge pricing, and your shipping and handling, and that's going to give you a pretty hefty chunk of reputation. It's not going to get you a whole Paragon cache every week or anything. But for the amount of time it takes, I feel like it won't be that bad to do. Plus chat lists? I don't know. One of these days you gotta come back for that Tortolan toy. Yeah. Exactly. We have as long as we want to do this kind of thing. And you do get the vast bulk of your rep from the weeklies. The world quests are good too, don't get me wrong. The world quests are also great. Cannot handle reputation Paragon mounts. Too much PTSD from the Valor Storm mount. The Legion ones were horrific. The Legion ones had such terrible drop rates. One of them took me like all expansion, and I was lucky to get them during their expansion. I forget which one like really held me up. One of them was bad.
I bet they won't come back
And that was before reps were account-wide. So what I would do is I actually had a couple of characters that I had gotten to Exalted with all of those factions, and I would do world quests on all of them so that I could be simultaneously working on multiple Paragon caches by repeating world quests. That's what I had been doing. And it sucked. Although it wasn't so bad to do it with emissaries, like those not weeklies, but like you do 3 world quests or 4 world quests or whatever. You get a thing. I missed those. I wish they would do those again. Those were great. Looks like I missed this one. Let's do a world quest, huh? I don't usually do the Godfather for the sake of his reputation, because half the time it bugs and it doesn't give me any. I have the mounts. Missing a pet from those, though. I never got the toy, the bowl of glowing pufferfish from the Tortolan one. So I still have some turtles that I need to help from the water, although it got worse because when I went back to try to start working on those, all of literally the turtle in the water quests were broken and really hard to do. Oh, it just started. We're fine. They were really hard to do because the camera would pivot and the angle would make it so that you couldn't actually effectively do the quest. I don't know if they ever got back and fixed that, but it was a pretty recent problem. Still working on the High Mountain one, most of the BFA Paragon stuff. I'm glad I'm not the only one kind of either chipping away or wanting to chip away at some of that older collection stuff. Hey, Miss Hazelnutty. Hi, chat. Peace and love. Hello. I hope you're having a lovely week. Going fishing was nice. It was a nice day. It was sunny, but I loaded up. I've got some good sun protection stuff. I was covered. Also be a good like a incognito disguise because I've got like a hood on and then like a wide brim hat on top of my hood to really keep the sun off from all angles. Make sure it's not on my neck. It's good stuff. Gotta do more. Salmon season's starting. Salmon season's beginning August 1st. I mean, we've been able to salmon fish, but like the regulations are a lot more restrictive. There's not very many things you can keep right now. But we'll be able to keep many more types of salmon starting soon. And my partner's really excited. He's all about it. I'll be back later. Meetings now. Good luck with your meetings. He's very excited for salmon fishing. He really wants me to catch a salmon. I really want to catch a salmon too. I'm just a little busy. I'm just feeling a little busy right now. Okie dokie. Nice to see lots of people out here. Before it was hard for me to finish the pile, and you get, I'm pretty sure, more market research. Maybe I'm not totally sure. You get better stuff from getting the full chest, so it's nice whenever you can do it. We got any world quests in here? Yeah, here's one. Balloons. We gotta shoot some balloons. I was so excited to get to 8 Miscellaneous Mechanica because I had gotten it twisted in my mind. And I was like, oh, I almost have enough to afford a mount. And then I looked it up and it's like, oh, no. No. I almost have enough to afford a pet. The mounts are 25 Miscellaneous Mechanica. I did get a couple extra pieces of Mechanica recently from like dumpsters and stuff, and I was wondering if they like sneaky bumped up the drop rate for them, but I could also just be getting lucky. It's impossible to say with that kind of thing. Pardon me. I wonder if they'll give us a heads up in the trading post items. Shouldn't they? They should do that like soon, right? Like tomorrow is the last day of the month. I would expect them to be putting something out about now. Is this the new trash one? Bless you twice. Thank you. I am doing that thing where I'm like feeling just like the teeny tiniest rumblings of like a cold, but I'm not really sick, but I feel like I would if I just like had one really bad night of sleep or something. So I'm trying to just baby myself so I don't get sick because I really can't do that right now. It's just not a good time. that what Mechanica is for? I thought it was related to car parts, which I've been vendoring for taking up bag space. You can vendor the car parts just fine. Like the steam oil casings and everything. I have those. I have my scrap out on getting rid of those. But Mechanica is for rare pets and mounts. Or not rare pets and mounts, but pets and mounts. And Mechanica itself is so rare that the pets and mounts are pretty rare by comparison. Or by association, I suppose. How many do I have? I had transferred them all. I think I'd stuck them all into my war bank. I'm pretty sure is what I did. The other nice thing about getting out here and doing weeklies and doing chetless and alts is I need as many resonance crystals as I can possibly get. Because there's so much stuff. There's so much stuff for resonance crystals. And it's hard to keep up with it. I managed to get the mounts. I managed to get the mounts that I wanted for resonance crystals from this zone, I'm pretty sure. But, like, there's so much transmog I'm still missing. It says I need, like, what, 300,000? 500,000? 300k to get everything. Well, how many millions of anima do you still need? Oh, I don't know. That's a later me problem. I'm not worried about it. 400k resonance crystals. Like, you're sitting on 400k or you have 400k left to farm? It's quite a few. Also, I need, I have these empty cans I think I can trade for something. Not anything that I need collecting for anymore, I don't think, but just something in general. Man, I'm getting things done a little bit faster in Undermine without waiting around for goblin portals to spawn. Oh, hang on. Can I just... Oh, I would need to do 50 of these. I don't think this is the fast way to do this. I think that maybe this is the fast way to do this. Completely finished with resonance crystals with 150k left over. Wow, you must be very proficient at doing weeklies on alts. That's how I've gotten most of mine, but I have not been committed enough to it. 2 more mounts I can buy with them, but I'm too lazy to farm the crystals. Yeah. Yeah, alts and weeklies I feel like is the only move for them. Best way. The one achievement I really want from this patch is Chetmate. I don't know why I'm so hung up on it. I just want it. I feel like not very many people will get it because of how annoying it is. And how kind of underwhelming the reward is. But it's just enough reward that I could wear that title and somebody will be like, oh, where'd you get that? And I'll be like, have I got good news for you? Undercoin's being reset? I don't know. I don't know. It's a good question. I know Valor stones are not. They announced that they're letting us roll over our Valor stones, but I don't know about undercoins. 400k resonance crystals. Wish they just added some spender for it. Nobody wants it. Then I need it mentality. Yeah.
They are lucky Bilgewater's good at getting things
There we
fixed
go.
up.
I don't PvP anymore. I used to, but I have retired. I did find my old WoW Arena World Championship hoodie that I bought at BlizzCon. I was like going through to like rotate some of my clothes and I was like, oh, I forgot about this one. Is it still comfy? It is still comfy. I don't think visions are going away. Some of the achievements might be turning into feats of strength though. Obligatory rip Hazel, bro. We gotta do litter nibblers. Litter nibblers. Here's a random question for cat owners. What's your preferred type of kitty litter? I'm not gonna switch Kira's litter, but if I ever if I ever had a break from having cats and then had another cat in the future, I feel like I would do something different because the one I do now is really expensive. It was expensive before, but it's extra expensive in Canada, but I can't switch her. She, I think she would have an absolute fit. Oko Cat, Arm and Hammer, World's Best. World's Best is what I'm using now, but it's like $60 for a bag. It's just a little much. Pretty litter. Pretty litter. Different cartel reps around as well, so you can farm them on different characters. So you have to pick one cartel to ally with, and that choice is account wide. So you can't really farm more than one cartel within a week, unfortunately. That's literal piracy. Santa cat clumping, unscented. That's what my cat likes. Cat sand, because that's the stuff he likes. Not found there to be a meaningful difference between litters. We just use fresh step multicat. Okay. That's good to know. I was trying to do research about it at one point, and I was reading like reviews and people talking about this one has dust and my cat likes this one and this one is this thing. And then I was kind of wondering that. It was like at a certain point, as long as your cat doesn't mind it, aren't they all kind of doing the same thing? I don't think I would use the cheapest thing just because it's cheapest, but like I've heard good things about pine. What are they called? Pine pellets or something like that. I don't know. She prefers the tiny cats, the glade scent. Oh, a cat of taste. Cats don't track this one around the house. Plus, it doesn't stink. Purina. Okay. Lots of different answers. That's good to know. Thanks, guys. I had to buy her like 3 or 4 different litter boxes before I found one that she would both use and not pee over the edge of. Because at a certain point of her life, she just decided she didn't want to squat to pee anymore. So I had to get one with quite high walls. Otherwise, there were big messes all the time. She just reached a point where she's like, you know what? I'm just going to stand. That's fine. She'll still squat to do the other things. I don't think it's her hips or anything. I think she just can't be bothered. Citizen Quinn, thank you for the 14-month resub. Appreciate it. Cat's in quite dusty. Clay litter, wouldn't recommend it. It's what he likes, so I manage. How old is she? She's 11. She's turning 11 in September. So I know she's not that old, but she's also not 100% well. Or at least that's what the vet told us. I'm going to get a different vet to look at her because I think she's fine. I'm just deep in denial. I'm drinking the denial Kool-Aid right now. She's been doing good and I'm just living with that. She's going to be so mad at me though. She's going to be so mad. Different cats, different vibes. 19-year-old diabetic, mostly going okay. I've seen people with diabetic cats giving them the insulin shots all the time, and it's like they seem to have like really nice routines about it, but oh, that's scary. I'm sure you get used to it, but oh man, it looks hard.
Thanks for that.
You do what you got to do for your kitty, though. There we go.
Yeesh.
I need 2 more gaskets. Cat won't do front entry, so I got a mod cat top entry in XL, and she approved. I really wanted Kira to do top entry because I thought it would help her, but she wouldn't use it. I think partly because she can't see it. I think I made the mistake of trying to switch her entry type after she couldn't see anymore, and I think she was just very confused about what was going on. I put her on top of it a bunch of times, and she was not having it.
That should hold them for now.
She held out for a couple of days, and then finally went on the floor, and I was like, I'm sorry, baby. I won't make you switch. It's fine. We'll get you something else. Have our diabetic cat, Synvalgy, daily liquid dropper. Oh, that doesn't sound so bad. We are going... We need one more scrap job is what we need. Is this one over? This one might be over. I could do more shipping. Kasha cruising won't be so bad. Getting this chat list done is going to really suck if I decide I want to get this one done because I've already finished some stuff. Although, the other reason for me to do extra shipping would be that I need more appearances from the shipping event completion. Like I am exactly halfway finished collecting the mods from this. The Chet Achieve is Chetmate. You turn in 100 completed Chet lists to Chet, not as rep, but to Chet directly. And you'll get the part-timer achievement and the ability to purchase a Chet pack, like one of the cosmetic back pieces. You could also become Employee of the Month, but we don't really know a lot about how that works, and not very many people have accomplished it, so I'm choosing to just not worry about it. I'm working on just turning in the lists. Do you plan on doing this in multiple lots? I'm not sure yet. We're going over here. I'm going to sort out everything that I can on this character for a start, and then see where we're at. I have extra gunk-covered things to turn in, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I've got 5 of them here. I might have more in my bank. I stuffed a lot of garbage in my bank before I started farming mounts. Lagnaros, thank you very, very much for the 15-month resub. Appreciate it. Thanks for being here. I could never get on board with door dashing in WoW. I thought it was so funny. I do have the overcharged delve mount, and I recommend anybody that wants to do it now, because it's going to get more annoying. It's available next patch, but they're charging 15k undercoins for it, whereas right now you just have to fill out the research tree, which you can do reasonably quickly. A lot of people did it the first day it came out. Hopefully we get to keep our undercoins. Yeah, I don't know. I spent most of mine. I have very few of them left. I spent a lot of them gearing up alt for mount runs. I'm not too mad at it. How's my market research doing? Sitting on 169, so that's 1 turn-in's worth, about 1,000 rep. My dark fuse is at 2.8k revered, so I need a lot of market research if I'm going to finish this. For now, I can hold on to it for Dark Moon Fair, I suppose. We'll see. I don't know if 10% is worth the wait, honestly. Yeah, 14 market research for that. I definitely think scrap piles are the best way to do it, especially when right now when you're on a shard with like lots of people kind of working on it. Here, let's go do this Bilgewater Diffuser quest. It's going to give us a little bit of extra rep towards future Paragon caches. How are we doing on that? 4,500 already, actually. Almost halfway to another Paragon cache with Bilgewater, and I have the scrap weekly to turn in as well.
A lot of Venture's bombs are past expiration and too dangerous to keep around. Grab a diffuser and get them decommissioned.
Oops. I'll wait for the next one. Scrap farm is chill, but I wish it would give like 50 plus market research instead of 12 to 15. Yeah, I could get on board with that too. Especially because of the Paragon cache mount. Like at first I was like, I just need to get my Dark Fuse to Revered, because that's where the mount was. Exalted was for the trench coat, which is cool, but didn't feel as immediately urgent and pressing. But there's another mount. I want lots of mounts. We got a bunch of them. Why not? Why stop now, you know? But you just got to keep at it. I think I get a bit disjointed in Undermine. I often... Like, I'm always working on something that I want to do, but there's just so many different things I kind of get a bit goldfish about it. Ooh, piece of candy.
Safety protocols around here. Nice job.
But, you know, we're always working on something. Dark Fuse let organically come. Periodic grind, what drops, drops. Yeah, I was thinking about doing it that way just because I know I'm going to be doing so many chat lists for the part-timer achievement. I figure I'm going to get some market research done at the same time. So let's turn in this one, see where we're at.
Best deals in town.
Pretty good. I need another 900 rep for another Paragon cache if I want to chance it. Oh, hang on. What are they going to give me? Oh, this is another renowned with the regular cartels of Undermine. I guess that's just nice for resonance crystals and gold. These overflowing troves. 1,600 gold. I guess no resonance crystals. Never mind. Farmed 1 Paragon cache. Thankfully got the mount. Wouldn't have gotten it. Probably would have put it on the future me problem if Blizz ever adds new mount achievements that I won't get instantly pile. Yeah. I definitely... Yeah, it would be a good one to get the first time around. I think that I would not turn in market research without this current buff that we have. Like, if I'm not finished with Dark Fuse by the end of this event, which is quite likely because I'm not going very fast, then I would just wait off for another one because they've done it twice, at least twice now. I think it's entirely likely that they're going to continue to pull these events up every once in a while, and they're still including Dragonflight reps. Like, Dragonflight Renowned are buffed now. So if they're still doing that, I think that this isn't the last time that we see this with the Goblin reps. I don't think this is the last chance. Anyone doing a group for this? I'm doing a group for this. I don't think I strictly need a group, but I will list one. Push the Steam Whittle Cartel set from Exalted twice to Hated. Dark Fuse will seem easy in comparison. Oh, you know what I need to do after this? I need to go get that Bilgewater set from that guy. That's half the reason I picked Bilgewater, is because it's the only one that I forgot to buy so far. Nothing up here. Over here, perhaps. Oh, I'm not wearing my... I keep trying to hit my Signet of the Prairie. I'm not wearing it. No sound? I think it's just a bit low. I can turn it up a little bit. A little jazz music under there. Unless you have no sound from the stream in general, in which case maybe your tab's muted or something. But if that was true, then you wouldn't be able to hear me give you suggestions. So suppose I shouldn't worry too much about it. I am occasionally guilty of muting my Twitch tabs if I'm farming a Twitch drop. I don't know if they've caught on to that yet, but I think this is the last one I need. Anti-smooth jazz rep checking in. You ready to move on? You want a new genre?
And the answer was...
I don't even think this is smooth. Like, this jazz is that smooth. When I think of smooth jazz, I think of listening so easy that you are asleep. Oh, junk wall time. Am I going to phase away from them, actually? Maybe I shouldn't have left my group. No, junk wall's still up. Am I carrying it? I am, actually. Here, we'll put on Signet of the Prairie. And I'm going to just go for it. YOLO. Oh, hang on. I've made some terrible mistakes. Can't imagine they'd require sound for Twitch drops. I mean... yeah. Sounds like something somebody would do. Out with Richard Reverberations and in with Dennis Distortion. There we go. Stream is so hype, nobody could ever fall asleep to it. We are pretty hype. We're doing drum rolls. That is the hypest of finger desk music. Although I don't think we're doing any drum rolls now. Okay, so we did all of our world quests with the exception of the main event. How are we doing on rep? 9,900. I think I'm actually going to try to do the world boss for rep. I wonder if it'll work if I don't join a raid group. Like, if I can just hang out there until someone pulls it and I can tag along with an existing active group. I wonder if I can get away with it, because it just wasn't working for me before. Like, I would not get my benefit from doing this, even though it's supposed to. It should give you quest credit even when you're in a raid group, because it's a... I don't know. We'll see. We'll try it. I know I signed up as a healer, but it's not true. I don't know. I'll see. I would love for this to give me some rep. The other thing I could do if I wanted that second Paragon cache is I could turn in one chat list to Bilgewater. Just for the sake of the miscellaneous mechanica on an alt. Plenty of characters that could do that. Sometimes the world boss quests are just buggy. Yeah. Hopefully this one works, and then I can not do that. We could do chat list for chat list progress. I think the fun thing about the list is just that it's like a nice, clear, you know, objective. You do the list, you turn it in, you get your progress. It's not confusing. Whoa, at all. It's a little unreasonable, perhaps, but wow, if only all the people that signed up to heal were healing, that would be great. Oopsies. Surely not using this to wind down before ignoring screens for the next hour so I can sleep. And I hear a funny, I think it's funny anyway, sort of related anecdote. Last night, I was trying to stay off screens before bed, because I know I sleep better if I do. And we'd gone for a walk and we'd gotten the dog ready for bed, but it was only like 9:15 and we weren't that tired. And I wanted to play the New York Times word games like Connections and Wordle and Spelling Bee and whatever. We like to do that together, but I didn't want to look at the screen because I had been very good about staying off screens until that point. I just needed to make it another like half hour before bed. And my partner was on screens anyway, so he he was falling on the sword. Falling on the blue light sword. And what I did is I took a big notepad and I had him dictate the puzzle to me so I could recreate it on paper in front of me. And we did the mini crossword, we did spelling bee, we did Wordle, and we did connections. All without me ever having to look at a screen. It was fun. Did it work? Well, I got a piece of loot. I got rep with the cartels of Undermine. I don't think I got any rep with Bilgewater. Although now I'm wondering, I'm second guessing whether or not I was ever going to get rep with Bilgewater, so I don't know. Maybe I never was. Did I miss any world quests that are going to give me rep? The pet battle ones don't. And I think generally... Oh, maybe this will. I don't know if the rares might. Let's go do some Flyboy Snooty. Was it a new mog? I think no. I don't think it was. Was it even a mog? What did I get? Oh, I got my gold though. That's nice. I got my 1,035 gold. Love that. Champions Gilded Stompers. It's plate. I guess it would be mog if I catalyzed it. I've come a long way from the degen schedules of old. I still have my degen nights. I just try to remember every once in a while to make a good choice. I'm not making good choices 24/7, but if I can bring myself to make a good choice, I'll do one just for fun. I think you get rep for doing these. I need the Titan Disc fragments anyways. Getting that weekly done is great for gold, and it's great for whatchamacallums. Resonance crystals, so we'll do that. I'd love to get that done on some alts too. See if we can get away with this. I used to not be able to solo these rares, and they still sometimes beat me. Oh god, who's that guy that's on top, like by the junk pile area? He really sucks. No, just cartels rep, not a specific cartel rep. Interesting. Shadow Snake, thank you for the 21-month resub. Appreciate it. That's why I'm out of crystals. I stopped doing weeklies. That's something good shit. I think if I want that extra piece of rep, I'm going to have to do a chat list on an alt and turn it in. I think that's the only thing to do. Actually, I don't even have to do it. Pardon me, I'm tripping over my words. I don't even have to do it on an alt. I have an extra chat list here. And we have casual cruising done. So let's just suck it up and we'll do the shipping. We can't do side gigs because we did them already. This has a possibility of giving me transmog I need as well. And I feel like if I'm focusing on it, I can do a good job, especially because now my world quests are all finished. So I'm not going to be getting sidetracked by world quest objectives. I'm a little bit of a lemming, so whenever I drive through an area and I have a world quest and like a task, like a job from shipping, I will end up kind of doing both of them because I just hit anything that it looks relevant to me. World quest and alt wouldn't work. You can only get rep from them once per account per week. The next batch of world quests would work. There will be more world quests spawning kind of like late Friday. But I don't want to wait that long. I want another Paragon cache today. Yeah, you can trade in cash for resonance crystals. This is true. My cash income has not been what it used to be, though.
Welcome to the best place ever.
Big updates to the cooldown manager coming. Oh. Maybe I should look at Wowhead here. That's literally verbatim the Wowhead title. Huge updates to cooldown manager coming.
Good job, Dollface. You made sure I got
Oh, Blizzard put out a blue post. Since the release of the 11.15 cooldown manager feature, we've been listening to your feedback and are excited to share several planned improvements. These updates will enhance functionality, customization, and ease of use. We aim to consistently iterate on and improve the cooldown manager, and these enhancements will be included in future World of Warcraft updates. That's nice. Please note, these things are still being iterated on, can change. Additionally, any images shown are currently wireframes of the UI, so the final product may look slightly different once it's released in live realms. One of the strongest pieces of feedback we've received was that players want to customize their bars and frames to show only specific abilities or reorder them based on preference. Also, Gary, I'm coming for you. This is true. I do like being able to pick and choose which ones. We're excited to share that we're adding new advanced cooldown settings for players who want to fine-tune and control what their cooldown manager displays. In addition, we are adding a lot more class and spec abilities that players can opt into tracking. Some new settings that you can modify to update your cooldown manager with. Pick and choose which ones you want to display or hide. Yes. Good. Big good. For example, I was using it at my prop paladin, and I really only wanted to track my Shield of the Righteous and my mainly my Shield of the Righteous, and I could turn a few of the other ones off. Change the order that the abilities display in the cooldown manager frame. Good. Toggle whether mouse over tooltips and ability timers appear. Set whether things are in the essentials or the utility frame, and whether buffs appear as icons or bars. Nice. Show unlearned abilities if the player hasn't selected the talent yet. And search for specific abilities. Love that. Nice. You can reorder with drag and drop, can be done inside its own group or between the essentials and utilities groups. Reordering will automatically reflect on the HUD. Show unlearned, plus the HUD will update the UI if the player learns that talent. Nice. This is good, because this is basically the majority of what I use WeakAuras for. And what I think a lot of people, not everybody, but the majority of what a lot of people are using WeakAuras for, which is basically just to track a buff or a cooldown in like an icon or a bar, basically, so that you can keep track of things like stacks that you want to not let drop, or buffs you want to juggle, or even just like a cooldown that you want to look at someplace other than just your action bar. And it's nice that they're kind of letting us do that a little bit more nicely. I was enjoying and using the cooldown manager as it was, but this is definitely needed, especially if they're going to be kind of outgrowing WeakAuras.
Honey, sweetie, baby, sugar plum angel face. Thanks for completing.
There better be
that
updating it if it's
job.
ever going to
Lucky
compete,
protection,
right?
too.
Cyberwolf, thank you for the 70-month resub. Hi, Hazel and chat. Hello. Currently working on a hunter to add to my mount farming alt army. Nice. What kind of hunter did you go with? I can never pick a race for my new hunter because there's too many options. There's too many good choices. What are we doing? We're distributing outfits. What else? Search bar. Similar to bag search, players can search for spells and buffs using the top bar, highlighting the spell they're looking for. Track as many or as few abilities as they like. You can see an example of an Unholy Death Knight. The default, displaying some additional options for abilities. Yeah. Ooh, debuff tracking. Players want the ability to track their dots and other important debuffs on their target with cooldown manager. We plan to let players opt into tracking offensive dots in either a new frame or as part of an existing cooldown manager frame. Like the advanced cooldown manager settings, we plan to populate this with all potential abilities so players can pick and choose what they want to track. Nice. We'll have different states indicating whether they're applied, missing, or about to expire in the pandemic window, or if they're on cooldown entirely. While the debuff from a spell is on your current target, the remaining duration will be shown in that spell. Nice, yeah. Really good for dot classes. Something that I've been using nameplates for, and I hope that they also, when they come out with their own nameplates, give us the option to put them on nameplates. That's where I prefer to see them, but this is a good start. Male Horde Pendard. Ooh, fun. Just make one of every hunter. Now that sounds like a good plan. That sounds like fun. Might get in the way of my farming, though. Big defensive tracking. For some players, mostly tank classes, we've heard they want the ability to see if another player has used externals or buffs with a duration on them, such as Pain Sup or Life Cocoon. To support this, we're adding an additional optional frame. You can track the use of these external enhancements when they're active on your character. Ooh, nice. Oh, hey, it's search pricing again. We've been here for an hour. Sound alerts. To alert players better when an ability or a buff becomes available or is active, we're adding the ability to configure sound notifications and abilities in a case-by-case basis. If you would like an audio notification tied to one of your class abilities, you can configure that specific ability with a unique alert. Players will have access to a list of sounds to customize their cooldown sets. Oh. Yeah, I know. They said they're doing their frames. Oh, nameplates, actually. Although, I wouldn't be surprised if they do something to raid unit frames. I kind of like Blizzard name frames. I've been using Blizzard raid frames for ages. It's pretty sick. Additional edit mode customization. Looking at some quality of life updates for the cooldown manager and its associated frames and other potential updates. We are exploring other potential updates such as resizing and repositioning elements with greater flexibility. Saving different cooldown manager config profiles that can be swapped between different types of content. Ooh, that's nice. Saving grace for somebody who's trying to like PvP and PvE, or even just do raids and keys on the same character. In addition to the above, we are taking steps to make the various portions of the cooldown manager UI more accessible and discoverable in the options menu. That's good. I feel like you want a good balance of making people dig for it a tiny bit so that you don't freak people out if it's their first time on the game and they end up in these settings and they're like, what do I do with all this? But like, you also want to make sure people can find it if they want it or need it. As we look forward to introducing these improvements in future updates, we remain committed to refining and expanding these features based on your feedback. Look forward to supporting wider community their needs as we continually iterate on the cooldown manager. Oh, they love the word iterate. It's the right word. It's just we've heard it a few times now. Can check out the cooldown manager in its current iteration on the live realms by opening game menu, going to options, checking the cooldown manager box. Right. Well, that's good. That's good news. The main thing that I wanted, that I'm really glad to hear that they're doing, is just letting you customize which things you want to track. Adding other things in, taking some things out. It's good news. It is a good word. We don't have a lot of other words that mean exactly that thing. I am going to take a short break and be right back. Alrighty, how are we doing? I think the main reason I did that was because I'm trying to struggle through the second chat list after I've already done some of the weekly stuff. Alright, I just need one more thing. Do I think it's going to be faster to catch 50 fish from the steam wheel runoff or garbage? I know there's like I don't know about an exploit, but there's like a trick with garbage where you can loot but not loot, like interact with but not pick up the loot from a can or a dumpster repeatedly to get credit for it multiple times. I feel like I'm gonna not worry about that and try to just genuinely find like 50 of these, because they also have a chance to drop miscellaneous mechanica, which I also need, and market research. So I think I'm just gonna, especially because I see a ton of them up, I'm just gonna look for trash cans and dumpsters. I don't normally do this objective, but what are you gonna do? Turn off auto loot, easy enough. It's just annoying. It's just like weird and cheesy and annoying, and I don't know, it just feels bad. It's like I don't want to loot a treasure but not really loot it. Especially when you don't even have like any indicator of how many times. I get excited about these ones because sometimes they're really good. How many times you have done it, like what your progress is towards the chat list. Like it doesn't give you a progress marker, it's just you've either done it or you haven't. Keep jumping while clicking it. How do they work? Can you get them on each alt? So you get a free one every week on each character, and you can get extra ones with those 40 chat cards. So you get one list as a freebie every week. And then if you want to do more on a given character after your first one of the week, you can farm those chat cards for extras. I have yet to do that. I've just been doing the freebie ones. Keepy Ranger 2, thank you very much for the 35-month resub. Appreciate it. Add one for each loot window, takes maybe 1 minute. But I don't want it. Like, it feels awful. I'd rather, in this way at least I'm getting market research, I'm getting chances at mechanica. Like, I'm not saying my way is faster. I hate the cheese because it's so cheesy and, like, awkward and clunky. Side gig in level 1 might be faster. But the side gigs are weekly and I've done them already. There's no way to do them again within a given week on an account, I'm pretty sure. But I think we can do this. I'm committed. I'm believing. I don't want to hear any more about how I can cheese it with one garbage can. The garbage cans aren't even that hard to find. Look, we got more of them. There's another one under here. Maybe we'll get lucky. We'll get a mechanica before we get the objective finished. There's some oils. Got the Paragon mount from Dark Fuse. Took me like 3 tries. Oh, congrats on your mount. I don't know if that's lucky or not, but I feel a little bad that it took you more than just one. I'm not even exalted with Dark Fuse. Even that seems really far away. How did you grind most of your rep? Have you been doing dig, or pardon me, like the trash digs, the scrap digging, or Did you do any of the, like, the World Quest farms when they were up? This one. Over here. Nice big dumpster. Oh, I'm in combat. Hello. 3 slightly unlucky. Yeah, I just want one more Paragon cache for Bilgewater this week because I think it'll be really great to... What do I get for doing this? Bandages. We don't want it. One more Paragon cache this week because I think it would be awesome to get a piece of Miscellaneous Mechanica. Oh, it is. I mean, this hurts, but like, look at all the look at all the stuff on the bottom there. Venari was the worst Paragon cache amount I got. Took me like 8 or 10 or so boxes. That is unlucky. I don't think anything was worse than the Legion ones though. I remember being kind of peeved when they did one on Venari because up until that point I thought they were never ever again going to do another one. But alas. Another one over here. Although this one is up. Can I make it up here? Yeah. And then 2 more over there. Legion at least has BLP now. Oh, bad luck protection. I was thinking black Proto-Drake? That's not what those acronyms mean. Oh, I got scrapped shoulder guards from that. That's nice. Learned from another item. I might just vendor that. I grinded the coat for the Dark Fuse back in March, killing goblins at the beach over like 10 hours. There was a hyper spawn last week, took advantage of. Got Paragon caches in like an hour. Don't know if it's still up. I think those got patched. I think they got patched. That's a lot of goblin farming though. I think you definitely did your time. Paid your dues. Another dumpster. Good night. Good night. Get some good sleep. This one. I want to start carrying my Miscellaneous Mechanica around with me so I can remember how much I've got so far. Who's over there? Scrap Beak's over there. I need to kill rares whenever I see him as well because there's still a couple pieces of transmog that can drop from the rares that I haven't got yet.
It's just business,
Oh, shush.
pal.
Character looks like Neo. I love the transmog. I think that's the best color of the coat that we've got so far. We've got a couple different versions of it, but I think that's the best one. What did I get? I got a gold-plated spell staff. Oh. Not bad. Not me just checking on it. Scrap Beak, I think I have to go around and up through the golf course. Over here. That's where we're at. Yesterday, Raider.io released their seasonal recap thingy if you wanted to do it. Oh, I should take a look. Those are always fun. Saw a red Draenei with a beige coat and fire horns that looked like Hellboy. Oh, that's fun. That's a good idea. Feather Spec Girdle. Ooh, I needed that actually. That's a new appearance for me. Take it. Not too bad. Cool. Okay. I'm going to look at my Raider.io recap. That sounds like fun. Let's see. Raider.io. Season 2 recap. Log in. 1 second. I'll show you in just a second. Get logged in here. Agree. Refresh. I might need my authenticator.
What?
What if this is how I lose my account after all these years? I don't think so. I think this is pretty safe. Oh, hang on. It's not the Authenticator app anymore. That's right. BattleNet. Black Rocket from Mechanica going for like 2 mil gold. Yeah, I bet. It's just nowadays I think people that have kind of got the rep to Exalted and are farming Paragon caches could maybe farm and make good gold selling those, but mechanical farming and all its good gold making. Yeah. Page not found. Oh no. What do you mean? I'm trying to get my recap. It's not working for me. Sad. Try one more time. Season 2 recap. Generate your recap. May take a couple of minutes. Oh, here we go. Oh, don't mind. There's ads on this page. Get off of here. Alright. Season 2 recap. What did I do this season? My biggest non-legendary gear upgrade was replacing a... Oh yeah, I was recrafting my cloak. Wow. 619 to 75. Grouped with 36 specs. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, I never played with the Survival Hunter, an Athlock, or an Ogvoker. That's true. Raid bosses defeated. 95 bosses. 46 heroics, 49 normal. That's pretty fair. Oh, is that it? No, there's more. Live track pulls for my first boss kill in each difficulty. So Galley took us 35 pulls in heroic. One Armed Bandit was 33 pulls in heroic. Most of these got basically one shot on normal. Galley took us 6 tries on normal. Rick Reverb was twice. I'm sure something silly happened on the first one. August 19th, the stream midnight announcement. Thinking of maybe still doing that. So it's going to be hard, and I'll explain why at some point. I'm still giving it a maybe, but it's going to be really dicey. I don't know if I can do it. The 19th. Maybe. I think I can do the 19th. I think. Raid progress duration. Time spent progressing. Yeah, heroic. That makes sense. 28 days to complete heroic liberation of Undermine. About a month. Mythic plus key progression. Highest key timed each week across the whole season. So it took us, what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 weeks to get to 12s. And then as soon as we did that, we basically took breaks. Then we came back, pushed some 13s. That was when I got my 3K. And then that's about it. Generally as Holy Priest, a little bit of Shadow, and then that was Anthus for triple threat. Just curious. No, I would like to. It's just gonna be real busy. Top Mythic plus comp, yep. Solar, me, Flabby, Jono and Terry, I guess. Percentage of my yeah, not a wildly meta comp, not bad. Most run dungeons. Apparently we did a lot of Cinder Brew. Basically all the same. Yeah, I feel like this is pretty reasonable. Oh yeah, there they are. Phil! Both of these are Flabby. The left character and the right character are both Flabby. Yeah, alright. Cool. Oh, well, I'm glad I got that pulled up. That's always fun. What am I doing? I finished my weekly. I was working on this checklist. That's right. I was opening cans. For some reason, I was really like feeling like maybe I can get lucky and I can get a Mechanica out of a dumpster or a trash can directly. Because I have done that this season. And I thought, what if they like fiddled with the drop rate? You know, wouldn't that be fun? Because we're not quite there. Almost. Haven't spec'd as Holy Priest since the early days of Shadowlands. Yeah, I don't think I'm doing what's meta, but I am doing what's fun. Been having a lovely time. Oh, there's a few. Nope, nope, not over there. Turn around. Turn this bus around. I guess we can do this guy too. Yeah, I did not do a lot of keys and alt specs. I mainly just shoved Anthus through them for triple threat, and I'm glad I did it. That was fun. Oh, dumpster. I am getting a little bit of market research from looting all these trash bits. 1 or 2 per trash, so that's going to be not nothing by the time I get to the end of 25 of them. There's another one over here. Market research. So I have 243. Actually, we've gotten quite a few today. Not too mad at that. Wouldn't hurt to trip on if we like run by any scrap digs at the same time. It would be good to do that too. How are we doing? I feel like I'm close. I'm just gonna keep checking it. This now your trash can over here. Unless it's like up. I feel like it's here though. Oh, is it on the other side of the wall? I think it might be. These ones might be outside. The end of August is gonna be kind of nutty for me. A couple things might slip through the cracks. This is my main tint. I'm a gnome priest. Look at how cute I am. Look at my little goggles and glasses and stuff. Oh, ow. I can never stick in a transmog on her for longer than like a week. Never even went into the Undermine area. Oh, there's lots of fun stuff out here. Also, I need to remember I was going to do some shopping. Let's actually go talk to Greeks at Coursebub. He's like on the other side of the zone. As soon as I've looted all this, all these trash cans over here. Yeah, here's one. And then another one. Maybe it was. This one seems to be over here. Market research. Oh, maybe on this side. Spent way too much in transmog. If Blizzard ever tells me my account total. Just like the amount of gold that you spend changing your transmog. Because same. Me too. Dumpster. Nope, just market research. Okay. Yeah. It would be funny if they gave you your total that you could have saved if you had just been a Void Elf the whole time, because they get a discount. They get a discount on Mog changing fees. I want this one. Come here, shiny trash can. I remember when I was testing this on PTR and I was like, man, these miscellaneous Mechanica, you're probably going to get them all the time for rares and stuff. Won't that be nice? I was actually looking forward to that farm back when I thought they were going to drop. Nothing could have prepared me for what the drop rate was going to be. Goes to show I don't know anything. About time they made transmogging free. Ah, they need their gold sinks. They're not going to get rid of something like that they can get away with. This rat farm is sending me backwards. Backwards? How you doing, Finman? There we go. This one. It is kind of fun looting trash cans. I feel a little bit like I'm in Pokemon. I used to, whenever I was playing like a Game Boy game Pokemon, I was never able to walk past a trash can without checking it for stuff. Even though I don't think it's random. I'm pretty sure it's predetermined whether or not there was loot in them, but... Wish if someone used your transmog mount that you would get a percentage of the gold spent. People have been wanting that ever since they added a repair mount. People wanted to get a percentage of repair fees spent on their transmog, or not their transmog, their Traveler's Tundra Mammoths. Because then it's not a gold sync mount, it's an investment. But you gotta have gold sinks in the game, otherwise inflation's gonna get even more out of control than it already is. Stick with the Mog till trial of style and then use the free service to find other Mogs. I applaud your self-control. I admire that very much. I can't do it. I don't even like all the transmogs I have saved. I just have, you know, sometimes you just want a little change. You want a little, somewhere a little something different. Up we go. I noticed that they jacked up the size of the scrap heap icon. That's much bigger than it used to be. 25? Nope, not yet. And those I feel like if I'm in the area, they're always going to be worth doing for market research. Like that's basically our market research farm, especially if it's something that's almost over. We won't get as much market research as we would if it was one that was getting capped, but it's still better than nothing. Which cartel did you choose? I'm with Bilgewater this week, but I've done all 4 of them by now. They're all at Exalted. And I got the Bilgewater Paragon cash mount now, so I'm at 2 of 5 Paragon cash mounts. I believe that you've spent no gold changing your mog. I would believe it if you told me that you've never mogged, ever. I used to play with somebody like that. They just hated the system. They thought it was lying about your gear and that you should just wear the clown suit that they put you into as you were gearing up, and they always looked wild. Just wearing like a mishmash of class sets and whatever the tier was. I think they did eventually cave, though. Had to do trial of style. I was on my way to go see the guy that was going to sell me the gold pieces over here for the last little set. But we also want to loot as many of these little trash cans as we can. Haven't played since the launch. How was the expansion so far? Is it a good time to come back? I think so. I think it's a good time to play, and I think it's been great. I really enjoyed every tier. I've enjoyed all the patches. The collecting's been awesome. Oh, I need to kill Ephemeral Agent Lethied. I can just do it. I'm just gonna go for it. The drop rate event has ended now. That one is not going any further. That one ran from early July until the 29th. I think I misused my cooldowns a little bit. Although, I wonder if they nerfed the amount of damage these do, or if I just have much better gear now. Because this is not quite taking me out the way that it did before. Even though I didn't use my kick properly. First I missed Longboy 2 than the event. Yeah, they're always doing something, though. There's always something else around the corner. We still have a week or 2 left on... Oh, this is not actually where I meant to go. A week or 2 left on Goblin extra rep out here, which is what I'm doing right now. Oh yeah, I see the trash can. It's in the corner. It's the dumpster. Dumpsters are very exciting. I'm excited. Wow. You got anything? Market research. Metal slug. Nice. There we go. 25. We can turn the list in now. And let's turn it in. I know I want to work on Chetmate, but just this once, I'm going to turn it in for rep to get another Paragon cache. Because I want to see if it has miscellaneous Mechanica, and if so, how many? I've been promised 1 to 2, and 1 to 2 is what I want to see. So I think we're taking that list in here. And gosh, maybe it's the other door. I have a hard time with this building. Is it the quartermaster? I think it is, actually. I think you buy, yeah, you buy the finder's fee. That's right.
Thanks for stopping by.
Nice. So we do that. That gave me 1,000 reputation, because they're doubled right now. So another 10 chetless would get me another Paragon cache. Oh, 2 miscellaneous Mechanica. Nice. Love it. Okay. Should I do that? Nah, we're fine. I think what we're going to do is we're going to take her home. I want to count how many Mechanica I have. I think I'm also... I got one more... Sorry, one more thing. One more sec. Beep. All right. Thanks for your patience. Let's see... Oh, I can trade in my weekly for some resonance crystals, but I mainly want to see how many miscellaneous Mechanica I have. Is it worth 200 miscellaneous Mechanica? Yeah. As long as it's a +1, because I'm going to get that Mechanica anyways one day. You know, as soon as I have the Chetmate achievement, then I could continue doing Chetless and turning them in for rep. What are we doing? We're checking their bank for rep. Moosey, my boy. You're slacking on your appearances, bro. Where are you at? He's sleeping in the living room. He's on my breaks. I go and give him a little smooch.
Is to serve you.
I think I put him... Let me check to make sure there's none here. There's 1, 2 in my bags. 9 in my bank. Okay, so we're up to 11 miscellaneous Mechanica. I could get a pet, but I think we're going to save for a mount first.
My thanks for your patron.
I want 1 miscellaneous Mechanica mount. Oh, actually, I have Warbound Stompers I can put in here.
I have calibrated my prices to be reasonable.
Have you seen the upcoming changes? Yeah, I read through it. I didn't pull it up on screen, but I read through the whole post while I was doing my shipping and handling. It looks good. I've been happy with the cooldown manager. I set it up on my paladin and on one of my alt hunters to track frenzy stacks without needing to set up any weak auras. And I was happy with it before, so these sound like great changes that will make it only get better and better. Mechanica is not guaranteed from Paragon caches. Had 2 boxes with none. Oh no. Oh man.
So much to discuss.
There you go.
Keep your eyes open.
Also, the chat list achievement wouldn't be worth it. Be worth 200 Mechanica. I think your math is off. 10 lists would be worth between 10 and 20 Mechanica, depending on luck. Possibly less. I need another 60. I don't think it checks out. Never do the math. Oh, 900 and then some gold. Happy with that. All right. So now what I can do, I have 11 Mechanica. If I do weeklies on alts, I will get resonance crystals, which we do need. Also, I forgot the one place I was heading to. I completely forgot. I need to buy some stuff down there. Before we get away from ourselves, there's one more set of like shoulders and stuff that I need to get from Friendo down there. Let's go look at him. Doing Dragonflight Mythic Skip Quest? I don't think that's too early at all. It's a good idea. Because the other thing I could do would be to grind market research, but I might be able to kind of get market research while also doing alt weeklies for the sake of resonance crystals. I think I can kind of double dip a little bit. Also, did I not leave myself a... I did. I'm going just right over here. We're so close. I think we can be getting market research, resonance crystals, and chetlist progress all at the same time. Hi, Greeksit. Thank you. I needed one more batch. One more batch of Spalders, Helmet, Tabard, and then I have all of his stuff.
Always a pleasure.
Oh, there we go. You have to be allied with the correct cartel to buy that stuff. There's a color for each one. The purple one, I guess, comes from... I don't know. Oh, I think the purple one might come from the cartel people over there. Are you going to do Sylvanas and Nilotha for giggles? Possible mount drop? Yeah, what if the collector's bounty buff was just holding us back? It certainly wasn't getting them to drop, that's for sure. Alright, how is there all the things for this zone at? 74%. 74% for all armor types. And some of it is really just resonance crystals. I guess now that I have the mounts that I wanted to buy with resonance crystals, I can be a little bit less cagey about shopping with them. I mean, I'm sure we're going to need some next patch, but we're going to get more next patch as well. What if we specifically wanted the spikes and the helmet? Yeah. Gosh, these are expensive. Holy moly. I think that that's not necessarily the efficient thing to do. I think that these sets would at least give you like a bunch of item IDs if that's what you were after. I haven't seen any Mechanica in 2 weeks of doing all Undermine, including Chet. Is that normal? Yeah, their drop rate's just horrific. The only thing that seems to reliably produce them is Paragon caches, and even that's not, as people have been sharing, even that's not guaranteed. These things, these mend and match shoulder pads have not been dropping for me. I'm 7 of 9 on the world gear and quest drop stuff. I have toys and stuff that I can get for resonance crystals, like banners and tabards for the different cartels. It's just like, it's crystals. It's so many crystals. BFA mats in my bag. Oh, probably. I was farming BFA raids. I haven't gone through and cleaned up all my stuff yet. I also have a bunch of pets, like Eyes of Corruption and Fractured Obsidian Claw, and I'm carrying around some anima. Yeah. I think what we're going to do, get my second character, and hop to it. Took us a little bit of time, but we were doing our first character. We did 2 chat lists plus all the weeklies plus all the world quests, so I don't need to repeat all of that. Be a little faster second time around. forgot to tell y'all, ran Dragon Soul to get the Blazing Drake 43 times during the event. I even leveled 3 extra alts during Winds of Fortune. On the very last run at 3 a.m., I ran one last time and got the mount. Nice. That's incredible. What a finish. What an event finish. I don't think I need to do any of those. I think I want to do, well, I don't know if I want to do that either. What do you want? I want World Soul. We'll do the Undermine World Quest one.
Bring Beladar's warmth to those in need.
Is there another one for like Dells or something? There might be. Love those kind of stories. Yeah, there is one for Dells.
I'll go ahead and pack the
I
supplies.
kind of thought there was
See you
another
down
one that I
below.
could pick up that was going to do the archive shards. Maybe I just didn't have it yet.
Please proceed.
That's time walking. That's PvP. Or no, pardon me, that's pet battles, and then that one's PvP. This one we picked
A
up.
lamplighter brings hope.
Oh well. That's fine. Undermine. One nice byproduct of having played through Collector's Bounty is that I got all kinds of characters in like a nice decent little
These
starter
pipes were not
setup of
ready
gear.
for this much pressure. Go patch
So
up
they
the
can,
leaks pronto.
They can pretty easily do their weeklies and they can do their like their Undermine stuff. No problem. Let's go pick up our weeklies and we'll pick up our jet list.
These rats are stinking up the
I was so
streets
excited I
and
banged my
chewing
hands on the
holes
desk
in
and knocked
everything.
cups onto the floor. It's
I
kind of
want 'em
funny.
gone.
Nothing like the 3 a.m. mount celebration.
Come back for more.
Oh wow, look at all those Valor stones and stuff. Hang on, before I pick all these up. Is she Captain Valor stones? No, she has basically none. We're fine.
Red hot savings here. Thanks for stopping by. Won't find better.
Good. Well, it'll be nice and stocked up. Get a new list. Alright. Shipping, scrap. Nice and easy. I don't know what I'm gonna do for the last one. Maybe, honestly, Side Street Sluice is probably faster than doing the trash cans, but I just have so much faith that the trash cans are definitely going to give me miscellaneous mechanica. It's for sure not a scam. Oh no. I don't know what has been causing me this issue where my moon conform will toggle off. I saw improvements coming to the cooldown manager. Sounds nice. I wonder how wide the adoption is on it. I feel like people don't know about it. Whenever I'm on a character that has it on, I get a lot of people that have never seen it before. Wish they would reveal August trading posts already so I'll know if I should buy something now. It's a little weird they haven't done it yet, right? I wonder if they'll do it today. So I'm mainly trying to get my way over to this trash can. Oh, because I haven't done treasures in this character. They're going to have a lot of treasures that are like actual treasures. There is a trash can, isn't there? No, there's not. It's a different item. Oh dear. This character can kill pretty much any boss she wants to. With, she can kill pretty much any boss she wants to with Convoke, but if her Convoke's not up, I don't know what I'm doing. Okay. I have a whole list of stuff to do, and I should get a little smidge organized. Let's work on the world quest. Actually, any world quests that are going to give gold are great, because 800 gold for a world quest is nice. Especially when I'm doing them anyways for the weekly. Happy with that. Litter Nibblers is just Valor Stones, but it is easy. When in doubt, just dot up everything and then use Starfall. Yeah, that's fine. This character is my lowest item level alt at 632. So if she can handle it, everybody will be fine. On else, doing only world quest for gold. None else. Yeah. Yeah, I don't blame you. This one's like right here. Especially if there's somebody else who's tanking them. I would love to make enough gold, and it kind of feels like it's rapidly approaching. Enough gold to save up the tokens that I need to be able to buy the most expensive version, because I'm sure that's the one that's going to have early access, of Midnight when it comes out. I want to be able to get it, and I want to be able to not spend actual Canadian dollars on it, because I'm saving those for my future and stuff. You know that feeling when you have loads to do in live, but you totally forgot to do the Mop Classic mount, so you're having to rush through that as quick as you can? Yeah, I think today's the last day, right? Couldn't be me. Level. Go. That's why Scenarios gave us treats. I don't know what these guys do.
Thanks for that.
Violence, I
It was
suppose.
starting to burrow through the walls. Yeesh.
Feel fairly tanky. We have bark skin. That's fun. I feel like it would take me several days to get through all of the Undermine weeklies and chat lists and stuff that I would like to do across all of my level 80 alts, especially now that I have more of them. I didn't used to have this many. I used to do it in like 5, maybe 6, maybe 7 characters in a week. But I have 11, I think, at least 10 if not 11 80s now with my shaman leveled. We were just getting so many extras because I thought that was going to be the difference that I needed to get all my mounts, but next time. Better luck next time. So token price fluctuates based on supply and demand. So if you want to spend gold to get money, the best way to do it is to try to time it with when you think people will be spending money to get gold, which is usually raid releases. Your first raid tier release of an expansion is going to be the most popular one. This last one is going to be probably the least effect on token prices, because we're not the only ones that are thinking about saving up money for Midnight. But yeah, usually a raid release, because there will be players that return that want to buy gold to just basically buy raid BOEs, or maybe they want to just buy, like, pay for their season's worth of potions and whatnot. So that's what I'm saving mine for anyway. You can see historical token prices online. You can look up like what the price history is of the token and see kind of when it dips and what that correlates to. Now there's a dumpster over here. Yeah, the most expensive they're going to get is going to be after the release of the 3rd raid tier and before the release of the next expansion, because there won't be a lot of demand for gold and there will be a lot of demand for money because people want to use it to buy the next one. You want to make the farming even easier on a boomy? Take the twin moons, spam moonfire 1 target, dots everything. Oh. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm in a single target raid spec, so it's probably not ideal for this kind of thing. We got a ding to dig? Yeah, we do. Buy a couple of these. I don't know if it matters how much I'm digging now. I guess it's nice if you wanted to get something finished. Here we go.
Better shovel harder.
Like big chickens. Is there a Dragonflight LFR NPC? Oh, that's a good question. I don't know. I don't know if they've added one yet.
Oh, for the lover. Get that out of here.
Yeah, any token currently around 300k or so. It's definitely up. I think it'll dip a tiny bit around raid release, but not much. Not too much. The buff from drinking the can that you buy lasts a lot longer than picking it up on the ground, I think. It's just a bit easier. Less running around. You almost 400k. I feel like you use usually about 100 plus. Okay, over
All right,
NA.
nothing good left in this pile. On to the
Yeah.
next one.
We need to do that for her weekly anyway. It won't give you rep again, but it will give you resonance crystals. Nice. Code violation quest is really just for Valor stones. I bet you there's better gold quests around. Yeah. That's where we want to be. Yeah, you cannot buy physical goods on the gear store with WoW token balance. You can buy digital goods on the in-game shop. So you can get like microtransaction stuff like shop pets and mounts and transmogs. You can buy digital games, which I feel like is the most useful thing to do. But yeah, no, you can't buy like a shirt with it or anything like that.
Well, maybe you should let them know they found it.
Oh, hi, buddy. You coming to hang out? You gonna have a seat and hang out with me for a little bit? We got 45 minutes left to stream today. We're back to our normal schedule. I was wrong about how Brutus would spike token prices. I now no longer try to prognosticate. Yeah. I'm not real good at timing the market. Usually buying them whenever I have the thought to is the best thing. Moosey. Tomorrow I'll get 3k for sure. Real challenge begins to hit triple threat as DPS and healer. Right in the nick of time too, huh? Not a lot of time left. You got the week. How you doing, puppy? How's my bubs? Are you sleepy? I think he's sleepy. Oh, there's only so many of these things I can actually tank. I need to remember I'm not geared right now. I did not get all the mounts I was going for during the mount event. I ran out of attempts. I killed Sylvanas in Sanctum of Domination 40 sometimes, and I did Nyalotha 30 odd times. Ran out of 80s, no luck. He's not fair to put Moose on Steam, he's too cute. I like the different phases of Moose. He starts out all scrunched up in a little moosey donut, and then as time goes by, he's gonna slowly stretch out and turn into a moosey pancake, you know. The different baked goods stages of Moose. I guess a pancake's not really a baked good, is it? It's quite literally fried. Sometimes I call him a mooseman roll. Tonk loading, please hold.
I bet they won't come back around here for a while. Good work taking care of them.
Alright. Yeah, let's do a little more dig. I'm just happy to be getting extra market research. I know I'm not grinding it as fast as people did, but I'll take it. Also just loot this just to get it out of the way, huh? Is this one dead? Oh no, hasn't started yet.
What's the damage?
All right,
Here, I'll see if I'll try and use the blue one. You might be right. You're probably right. Oh yeah, you're right. It's a minute. There you go. So thankfully got super lucky on Sylvanas. First attempt, but could not get a single drop from Dragon Soul no matter how hard I tried. Yeah, sometimes it goes. Had to breed what breed Moose is. Had a rescue looked identical. Was never sure what breed he was. So all I know is what I was able to learn from a DNA test we did, which, you know, you can't really guarantee they're 100% accurate, but it gives you an idea. He is part German Shepherd, part Malamute, part Husky, part Cattle Dog, and then about a dozen other breeds making up the rest of it. There's some bully breeds in there. There's some livestock guardian breeds in there. There's like 5% Labrador. Big old blend of breeds. The biggest chunk was German Shepherd, but that was at 23%. He is a one of a kind. He's a mooseman. I don't know what I would do without him. 100% love. Best dog in the world. So curled up in that corner. Oh, thank you, Philippe. That's really sweet of you to say. Ancestry, very social. I'm surprised by how social he is, given that the big chunks are Husky, Malamute, and German Shepherd. Those are friendly dogs, but they also often tend to be like a little bit more just about their people and not about all people. Not all, like, usually when you think of a dog that's just dying to meet everybody, you think of like a golden or something. But he wants to party. He wants to play. He wants to sniff you. He wants to smell your shoes.
All right,
But yeah, we get a lot of in Canada. We get a lot of shelter dogs that kind of look a bit like him, that are sort of general like sled dog mixes. I did get triple threat. I did. I was pretty proud of myself. I did the tanking on a prop paladin. I did the DPS as Shadow Priest, and then I healed. My main's a healer, so that part was fine. I always find it funny when dog owner friends talk about their dog's breeds and genetics. Ask for similar info about cats. Yeah, it's just is a cat. I feel kind of the same way. There are different breeds of cat, but I've never been as invested in, like, and supposedly they do share character or have characteristics and personality types that are generally associated, but I don't know. I feel like if I'm looking for a cat, I'm gonna be like, one cat, please. Ideally short hair, just because of the grooming, but you know, if a long haired cat picks me, I'm not gonna say no. I'm just gonna buy a brush. What breed is your cat? Yes. Yeah, Kira's just what domestic short hair, which I'm pretty sure is veterinarian speak for a regular cat. And she's perfect. Orange cats are a special ordeal. This is my cat Dingus. He's orange. Standard issue cat, exactly, yeah. The colorway of my cat. I call it a brown mackerel tabby, but she is Kira, standard edition cat. Mother used to breed Turkish van cats. Shelter cat all the way. She'll never own one. I very much about letting a cat choose me as opposed to me choosing a cat. I would have done that with dogs too. It just didn't really work out that way. I met Moose for the first time after I'd already committed to him, but I was like, listen, you're gonna love me eventually. Just trust. I will bribe you with love and yummies until you come around. Come with me. We're going. Had to explain to her calico isn't a breed, it's a pattern, and her cat is all white. Medium hair cats shed less than the short hairs. Do a blowout in the fall, big one in the spring. That's it for major hair. Oh, nice. Kira definitely sheds, but in comparison to the quantity of hair that my beloved boy over here sheds, the cat hair is really not the problem. The cat hair is not the conversation. By comparison, if it was just a cat compared to no pets at all, then yeah, I would be talking more about her hair. But, yeah, it's like worrying about the little sprinkle when there's an absolute thunderstorm coming. Oh, I want to dig. Dig. Yeah. As long as you dig a little bit, it counts as you having participated. Shepherd alone sheds more than the 3 cats of the other dog combined. Got my little ugly red boy from a shelter. Oh, this morning he killed a butterfly, knocked over half my apartment, so we're beefing right now. I've been spoiled rotten by how sweet Miss Kira is. One day I'm gonna get another cat, and I'm gonna be like, wait, why do you hate me? Why are we not friends right now?
Interesting.
Kira hasn't caused a problem in like 10 years. Heard the secret audio logs? I have not. I'm not wildly worried about it. It doesn't really sound like my thing. Your Infinite Mind's a demon, also so sweet. Guild took me from Mythic Galley and gave me the mount and the cutting edge at the same time. Nice. Nice. What am I doing this rare for anyway? We did some digging, which is good. I need to do more world quests. I want to do the shipping, but I want to start the shipping at half past the hour so we can get the surge protection. Surge pricing? I always call it surge protection. Brain. Is Moose your streaming partner? Today he is. I think Kira puts in more time than Moose does. Moose usually likes to sleep in the front room, but sometimes he'll come get me towards the end of the stream. Look at his little face. Now that we have single button assistant, I kind of want to get my cats to level alts for me. I think this could work. Oh, I can get 1,000 gold if I do this world quest. Moosey baby. I know, his ears are so soft too. They're so soft. And they'll like be floppy or perky depending on his mood. He's very expressive with them. He's gonna be mad at me tomorrow. I have to take him to the vet. He needs a shot and some new flea and tick and stuff. He likes the vet well enough because all of the vet techs there spoil him rotten. He always leaves after having eaten so many treats and gotten so much love. But he's not a big fan of being handled. He's a little bit dramatic about it.
Oh, that
There we
was
go.
great. We should have exploding balloons at all parties. Thanks.
Exploding balloons at all the parties. Yeah. If we stream long enough, I'm here for another half an hour. He'll probably ooze out to fill up the rest of the bed over time. He usually does. He usually starts up in the corner, and then as he warms up, he starts to sploot out a bit more. Any surfaces Moose dislikes? Foster Pup very dramatic about gravel. Moose will not, unless he is being direly bribed, step upon the scale at the vet. The one place that you want him to stand. Everything else, he's kind of fine. He'll do grates. He'll do gravel. He's not a big fan of like metal grate bridges. I think a lot of dogs don't like those. There's one park that has a bridge that we have to go around because he won't walk over it, and he's too big for me to carry him. But it is pulling teeth to get that guy on the scale at the vet. And it's not even that he doesn't like it under his feet. It's just that he knows that you want him to stand there, so he's suspicious about your intentions. He's just like, you all seem very invested in me standing here. Why? Why do you care so much? I don't trust it. I don't think I'm gonna do it. So I'm probably gonna bring like, I don't know, sandwich meat or something that he doesn't normally get because it's really unhealthy. Just give him a slice of ham. Oh, man. I think the trick is going to be to get him on it without letting him think about it too much. But it's usually an ordeal every time. Yeah. Yeah. Not healthy for dog. Dog likes very much, though. I have to find something my partner will eat too because I'm not having it. I don't eat that. I don't eat that kind of thing. But I'm not giving Moose the whole container. One of those immobilizer tubes they use to weigh baby birds. If he was smaller, you could do the thing where the way I weigh Kira is I will weigh myself without her, and then I will weigh myself while holding her, and I'll just subtract the difference. And that's a lot easier.
Yes, it was. All of
But
you know, you're very
I can't safely pick him up by myself. He is a two-person lift kind of situation. Not because he's too heavy. He's like 75 pounds. I can lift him. It's just he's a bit unwieldy, and he's also rather dramatic. He will find something to be unhappy about. Like the peanut butter attention device for doggies. Moose is very hit or miss about peanut butter. He could kind of take or leave it. It's a bit funny. He's like too bougie for it. We have a dumpster over here. Love that. I don't think we could fit the three of us on a scale. Maybe the vet scale. I'll take the front half of the dog. You take the back half of the dog. Have you ever tricked your dog into licking a lemon? No, I love him. I have fed him berries that he decided were not sweet enough for him and that he then spits out. I don't I know people do it for cute videos and stuff, but I don't really want to prank my dog. I don't think it's like cruel or anything. It's just not really my vibe. I gave him a blackberry, and I made sure to pick a really ripe sweet one for him. And he took it in his mouth, and he was like, no. Bleh. What am I doing? I am... Oh, this is for unexploded fireworks. It is harder to farm up the trash cans when you haven't looted all the regular treasures yet in a character, because there's going to be a lot of noise to signal. I watch YouTube shorts sometimes of a guy that has 3 Dobermans, and he does a lot of like pranks and tricks on them and stuff, like seeing how they react to XYZ thing, or like he'll like wear a mask or something. And it's funny to me because like the dogs are so clearly onto his games by now, because he's done this a million times because it's their content. So like he'll put on like the goat mask or whatever, and the dog's just looking at him like, what are you doing now? What fresh hell is this? Oh, what has Dad got in his head this time? Puppy cinnamon roll. How cute. He's a good boy. Foster Pup's favorite treat right now is blueberries, which is great. Cheaper than his allergen-free dog treats. Nice. Nice and fresh, too. It's lovely. Does he like bananas? I know a lot of dogs like bananas. Moose goes nuts for carrots. Moose is 2. Moose is... well, I guess he's past 2 now. His gotcha day's coming up again. We got him early August, so his 2-year anniversary of bringing him home is coming up real soon. Maybe we'll catch him a salmon. He would die. He loves fish, and he like extra loves salmon. Also, surge pricing. Go, 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 go. Gotta get at least 1 job done before other people do 10. Luckily, we have a package, which are nice and fast to do as long as I don't crash this car too many times. Oh, no, no, no. Turn around. No banana or carrots or cucumbers, but berries are a win. They're so funny. They're such funny little individual things. Yeah, that's his full size. Looks small. He's about 75 pounds. He is not tiny. He is not huge. He's not a German Shepherd. He's a mix. He's got like maybe 23% German Shepherd DNA in there. He's got a lot of other stuff going on too. Why before other people to 10? Just because in order to qualify for the surge pricing quest, you need to receive one of these tip chests. And if you don't do any jobs before that first one, then you have to hope that you do some jobs and then the second one gets reached. And sometimes on a really dead shard, they won't reach the second one. So if you don't make it in time for the first one, which you can basically solo, so you can always get that one. If you don't get a job finished in time for the first one, you might be out of luck. I've had that happen before. What was that, mount or travel form? This one? This is from, I was going to say Mirdrasil, but that's not quite right. This is from the Emerald Dream from Dragonflight.
Yeah? Keep cool.
I don't remember exactly how, but something.
What's shaking, pal? Watch yourself.
Cards one I won't miss. Lucky, even though I did the gold race, is still not used to it. Same as with Dragonfly. Definitely a lot of obstacles to run into in this zone.
What's the news?
Good job, Dollface. You made sure I got my cut of your tip, right?
Yeah. We need to do 10 jobs anyway. Actually, I don't know if I have all of my talent points on this character. I might need to go take her car to the shop. I'm gonna do that actually. Take the car to the shop just to spec it out. It's like over here, isn't it? Yeah.
Good deals, good service.
Make sure that we have average boost, I think.
Enjoy your stuff.
Gold races were more challenging due to timing boosts, wrong time, and you're in a shop somewhere instead of racing. Yeah, I don't think I did all the golds. I did enough to get the engine. There was like some achievement that we had to do to get like a special engine for the car, and I definitely did that. That was like really recommended at the time.
Great work, Toots. I hope your cut's enough to pay all of your traffic tickets.
Imagine if they gave us traffic tickets. Oh, I would never get out of debt. I spend the rest of my Azerothian life evading my my traffic tickets. So that's why we really have to go to a new planet. What?
It's just business, pal.
I'd be in Goblin jail. It's just Toldagor. They've just taken over Toldagor. Why build new jail when flooded one is half price?
Big shot.
You just awoke something in me that I had long oppressed. Toldagor. I did a lot of Toldagor after the fact because I wanted a specific druid piece of gear, Azerite gear, for a speed set. And I farmed that speed set more than once because like scaling changed it and then I had to get the gear again. Not my favorite. Just Howless haunts my nightmares. Yeah, I'm not in a big hurry to go back to that one.
Sweetie. I'm moving you to the top of my Rolodex.
I wonder what the, like, if there's a universally accepted worst key. Like a dungeon that has been in Mythic Plus dungeons, so not like the Oculus. But like a Mythic Plus dungeon that's just like generally accepted as this is the worst one they ever did and they should never ever do it again. What is your TD mog percentage? What is TD? Today? No. TD. Oh, Toldagor. That's a good question. I can take a look. If people start abbreviating today to TD, we're all cooked. That's it. That's the end.
Honey, sweetie, baby,
Also, I guess I can change my interface here. Dungeons and Raids. What was it? We're looking at BFA, Toldagor, 70.3%. I have most of the Mythic Mog, not all of it. There's a lot of Mog in there, I guess. Ruby life pools. Yeah, Ruby life pools. I feel like it could be changed. It could be spruced up to have real potential. It's beautiful. It's only 3 bosses.
Could use a few hands to shut it down. You in?
Oldham on rework for me. Violet Hold for sure. Did they have Violet Hold as a Mythic Plus? If they did, I've completely forgotten. I've blocked it out from my memory. Hated Azure Vault. Yeah, I'm not like, I know it's not the same content, so I shouldn't be worried about it, but I'm not super excited to go back for a Delve next season. See the Triumvirate pretty bad? Azure Vault used to drive me batty because of the skip and my inability to remember or successfully execute the skip, and then they fix it. It was just anything like that. I'm glad they fixed it because I didn't want to do it anymore. Yeah, Arcway I remember being kind of tough and long. I think both of the dungeons down there I struggled with. Mythic Zero not started yet. We're not in the next season yet. This is our last patch. This is our last patch of Season 2. Or our last week of Season 2, rather. Court of Stars. I was doing that one again recently just for time walking, and I forgot how lost I get in terms of what to pull and where we're going. Court of Stars was short. People liked it. The puzzle though. Oh, the I didn't. It wasn't for me. Maybe people liked it, but I wasn't one of them. Still my all-time favorite. The one thing I will give it is that it's a beautiful place. It's a lovely area. Would vacation there.
You do the work, I don't break a nail. That's a win-win
All right, hot
for
dog
me.
time. Oh, Mr. Necrotic, thank you very much for the brand new Prime sub. Appreciate it. I gotta figure out what I'm gonna do on stream this week, because I'm sure I could just do chat lists and weeklies on alts all week, and maybe I'll do that. I don't know. World's our oyster. Oysters are world. I wish you could switch your cartel contracts so I could work on rep with other goblins, but no, these are the ones we got. Floodgate. I can't believe we're getting it back 2 seasons in a row.
Nice job.
I was not ready for additional floodgate yet. Not prepared emotionally. Really like Freehold, even if it's been reused a lot. Yeah, I think that's one of their best. I like Freehold a lot too. I like that it's mainly outdoors and you can mount in most of it, if not all of it.
And absolutely no airflow. Perfect day for a race.
At least no more bubbles. If bubbles is not the expansion-wide meta achievement mount for the War Within, I'm grumpy. I would like a bubbles. I request a bubbles. I think it would be perfect. I want one of the land fish, and I think bubbles is the one. If we had Tyvan last expansion, give me bubbles. Why is Doggo only on edge of bed? You have to ask Doggo. This is up to him. How come you're scrunched, Bubs? Oh, he's out. He's asleep. Oh, there's a dirt, actually. Or a dig pretty close to me. Gripe with Freehold is it has a ton of hug this specific line to avoid pulling pack style skips. Oh man, the end of it. The end of it is something else. It's got a lot of that. Right before the last boss. We used to use in vids pots and then be like, alright, you're gonna fight this boss, but don't wander back by the entrance. You will regret it.
Whoa, that is a big one.
Oh hey, Galaccio Garbage finally spawned. Hadn't seen one of these today. How much market research have we gotten on this character? 50 actually. That's not awful. That's like 500 rep worth of market research just since we logged over and started doing weeklies.
Alright, nothing good left in this pile. On to the next one.
Plus another 5? 5? Oof. Oh, there's 13. Okay. I think the 5 was from Galaccio Garbage. Head in here. Have a little coconut. I like the way the moon can flumps down for their break. I liked Waycrest Manor for the vibes, but I must stress that I don't push keys. Waycrest Manor would be a fantastic, like, theme park spooky house, you know? Like, it's very Disney-haunted mansion. Immaculate vibes. I didn't like it as a key because it is not fair for me to learn my way around a place that changes. Oh, yeah. You tired. Why are you so tired? Were you up early? I don't think so. Alright, I think we can turn off jobs. We need one more world quest for weekly. We've got a few of these done.
Best deals in town.
White Crest would be way better if they had all the doors open so you don't have to deal with the changing, right? Healing Waycrest was always exciting. It was never boring. There was always something different going wrong in it. The trash before the pig boss always turned into absolute chaos. Alright, I need to pick a world quest. Who's got some gold for me? Not you. Although that is a nice easy world quest, so I think we might... Oh no, this one's going to be even easier. This will be easy. Dim lighten. Absolutely no airflow. If they ever really seriously revamp Hallows Eve again, Waycrest could be a great setting. I loved the Drustvar aesthetic and the witches that they did. I thought it was some of the most genuinely spooky stuff that they managed to do, and not in like an overly Tim Burton way like the Forsaken revamp turned out to be. That one's nice and short.
Wow. You ever think about doing this professionally?
Alright, so we can turn that weekly in. How are we doing on the chat list? That was another reason we were out here. I need one more. I could do side street sleuths. I think it'll be faster than trying to find the rest of the trash cans. I also have a delve weekly, although doing 3 of them, oof. I do like doing weekly caches. You get market research for doing sleuths, maybe? Exhausted thinking about the idea of completing 100 chat lists. I think I've got 36 of them done. Just one at a time. That's all you can do. I think it's also completely fine to just skip that achievement and never think about it ever again. It's probably the happier thing to do in your life. But the fact that I think a lot of people may make that choice makes me want to do it even more. Visible bones or haunted sticks? Why not both? That's not. Those are both actual treasures. That's an actual trash can. I think we're better off just doing the delve. So like contrarian brains. Yeah, I mean, all of it at the end of the day is just, you know, the pretty lights in the screen. It's all pixels. So the things that make them desirable are often, you know, social comparison things. Like, do other people have it? Did other people do this? Was this difficult, like, to get? Does it distinguish me in some way? So we are doing this on a 1, just for the sake of a couple of things. One of them being the weekly. Here, let's make sure that Bran is spec'd. Weekly. Delve meta is another one. Doing, like, looting bountiful delves is another good reason for me to just do these even on very low difficulties. It still counts as a +1 bountiful delve looted. And I need it for my chat list. So I just need to make sure I'm doing enchanted gold piles. It's not currently overcharged. It's so funny to me that overcharged delves are almost over. They, like, came and went and were barely anything. Can't stand doing things like Mage Tower, so I'm totally good skipping it. Sometimes it feels really nice just to write something off for yourself and be like, you know what, we're not gonna worry about that. That is an other people problem. Only amount could make me do those lists. The title's just such a funny thing too. Like, it's part-timer. It's such a, I don't know, humble title. It's such a small, normal thing. Coffer keys, they'll be reset and wasted. There's no world in which I can use all my coffer keys. I think I have 28 of them on my priest. But we'll get more. We always do. The trap bus was able to clear 11s in like 10 minutes. Yeah, pretty good. There's 2 enchanted gold piles. I think I can handle just dotting things up and running. Thank goodness for delve once. Doing higher difficulty delves is great if you want the gear from it. And there was a patch where I was doing like at least 8s on my alts every week for the sake of my vault. And it was a good way for me to get like hero track gear in my vault. But once I stopped worrying about hero track gearing my alts, I feel like if it's a character I'm going to play, then sure. But otherwise, not super worth. Takes a little too long. Recently got my book mount. Nice! Congratulations! Yeah, new zone Tuesday. Isn't that crazy? We're almost there. One more pile of gold.
They'll never use a not move.
Oh, and then they want me to do the gold shamans. That's right. I think a bunch of the gold shamans are, if not all of them, are like at, yeah, down here. At the boss itself. Book mount is so for mages. It's cool. It's really cool. It's pretty unique too. It's not like they've done a bunch of other types of books or colors or genres of books. It's pretty much the only flying book we have, right? I love the detail on the pages. I think it's fantastic. Thanks, Bran. I think this character got a pretty slow chat list. I read some Wowhead comment from somebody that had done the part-timer achievement by doing chat lists and alts. And one of their tips was to not do the slow ones. Like if you get a chat list with awful objectives on it, just don't worry about it and do another one. But they also had like 40 level 80s. Something crazy. Lovely. Seems too soon for new content. Are you falling off your bed? He's snoozing. We can leave. We can finish our list. We can turn it in. I can make sure I'm not capped on Valor Stones. Nope, not even close. That's right. It's a hint at a connection to the Emerald Dream, hence Druids. Could be fun to explore if we ever do more Belemeth stuff. Do you think they've planted seeds for it? You like what I did there? Kind of things won't be obtainable anymore with the new patch. I did a video on that this week, actually. Mainly season stuff. So Mythic Plus achievements, PvP achievements, of course, raid achievements, cutting edge, etc. Some things are getting harder to do, like Overcharged Delve Mountain Toy are going to be going on to the Undercoin vendor instead of just being doable in Overcharged Delves. Completed list to turn in. There we go. $37 of 100. Whoa! But we can turn in our World Soul too. That'll give us some resonance crystals. And we got market research. We got 71 market research for coming on and doing our dailies in this character. That's not too shabby. Plus, bet you I got some gold. 6 month sub and pet are finally here. Was beginning to think that they forgot. Oh, I'm glad that those finally got delivered. I know some people were having troubles with that. You can do this again! I didn't. Oh no, it wouldn't have worked for my other alts list though, because it was a character specific list. I thought that those were... Oh, you can do them again, but they won't give you rep again. That's right. That's what it was. What did you do there? Explain it to us, please. I am Canadian. West Coast Canada. Pacific Northwestern. That's me. Oh, I'm a druid. I can fly. That's right. So I want to turn in World Soul over here.
I understand your frustration, Gaora, but do not rush to conclusions.
All the peoples of Kazalgar are coming together more
And
than
then we
ever.
also got the
because
cipher
of
key, which
you.
gives us extra undercoins. I'm gonna have to see if I can afford anything cosmetic for undercoins with the undercoins I have left. If they really are resetting. Let's gather them all up for a start. Alright, I have 2,600. I feel like it's not enough for very much. You know what, actually? I guess I could buy a Delver dirigible schematic, I suppose. I don't think I really care about those, though, but... Aside from that, it looks like we got a lot of the transmog. Some of these things are learned, but from different items. I don't think I really want to spend 2,500 undercoins for that. I think at this point I'll just buy a drill, a turbine, or a spoiler. Give me a turbine. Why not? Bought a little crockless pet for retail, named it Loki. Rumors about undercoins resetting. People were telling me it's happened that way in previous seasons, so I'm just in case, I suppose. I have not done any first-hand verification. Got the Galagio garbage mount. Nice! Congratulations! That's fantastic. How many resonance crystals do we get? Oh, okay. So my time on her today, which has been about an hour, I got 2,000 resonance crystals, 71 market research. Seems like almost 10k gold. Maybe 8k gold? Because I had deposited her gold on her beforehand. And then like 900 Valor stones. Not bad.
Supply of goods for outlanders.
Grinding at Dark Fuse rep, 4 more hours or so. Neglected my goblin reps, I'm now trying to catch up. What method are you taking to grind your goblin reps? Are you doing like digs? I'm just gonna get on my next character, pick up my weeklies. Oh, spend your puzzling cartel chips. That's going away. If you have any extras, now is the time to spend them before the weekend. I don't know if I'm gonna get these weeklies done. May as well pick it up though. I should just spec this poor guy off of his arcane. I should just let him be free and make him frost or something.
The core way must be direct.
I understand your frustration, Gaora, but do not rush to
Do you also hear Beladar's song? Our
Super
deeds
dubious
give
about
it
underground.
strength.
Yeah, it would be good if they didn't. Doing the trash digs, like 250 market research an hour, so it's not bad. Not bad at all. Alright, let's head down here. Man, doing this World Soul and all my alts with Gold World Quest and Undermine, I feel like is actually not bad raw gold. Arcane's finally been strong, let him enjoy it while it lasts. I'm just very stupid when it comes to Arcane. My tiny little pigeon brain cannot handle it. I don't know what it is. There's some specs I'm just allergic to. I'm not actually a pigeon, but you'd never know it when you see them in a couple of different characters. Alright, let's grab these weeklies. And let's grab his chat list. Uh-oh, he has a chat list. Okay, well if he finishes this one, he can get another one. Rares and scrap, because he has to do scrap anyway. Let's see if we can get to tally doublespeak first. 3 pigeons in a trench coat. Oh gosh, I don't know what I'm doing. Can't understand mage specs at all since it seems like you need a PhD to understand the rotation guides. Frost with single button assist has worked fine for me. I think that's my backup plan. Is Frost and single button assist, especially for just like questing. This worked fine for bosses because I was able to kind of just like mana touch of the magi, arcane surge, mirror images, lust, and then spam arcane blast and missiles, and that kind of got me close enough. Well, this will be good for my titan discs as well, the rares. Nitro's down here. But when they're on cooldown, I'm kind of out of ideas. You calling me lazy? I'm the only one allowed to call me lazy. I don't care if it's true. It's not very nice. Oh gosh. Alert. Danger. Big danger. Okay. We did it. Only went through half of my buttons. Yeah, oh, there's another one over there. Although I think I have enough for... no, I don't. I need another rare. Although I think it died. I think someone killed it. Oh, where was the gold world quest? That was a good one. The balloons one's nice and easy.
Dim lighting and absolutely no airflow.
I gotta
Perfect
go
day
in a
for
minute.
race.
I gotta be off and on my way.
A
Oh,
crate of inflated balloons got loose, and now they're all over
this
the
one.
place.
This'll be easy.
Go on the roof and shoot
I do
a
it in
few
30
down,
seconds.
Yeah?
Oh no! I thought this will get my cooldowns off cooldown. Hang on a second. Why is it aggroing things? There we go. Alright. Magi, Arcane Surge, Mirror Images. Lust. Why not? Even if it's just old baby rare. It'll be good enough. Is that enough for my chat list? It was. I'm gonna get another one though, and that one's probably gonna be harder. What was I gonna do for my last one? Digging. Because I can do the scrap one twice. Without any problem. Surge Barrage Touch. Oh. Yeah. If I spec'd him Frost, I'd have to change his transmog. You can't wear purple pajamas and not be an arcane mage. It's against the law. Jail. We're zoomed quite far in here. We'll do one dig and then I gotta go. Oh, hang on. There's a dig here, but there's a rare there. The amount of cans that you dig actually does matter for your chat list. It'll help you get it done faster.
Time's up. Grab your gear and let's go.
I don't understand why. I know you're not the only person that's told me that in the rotation Touch of the Magi should come last. Based off of, and I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm sure you're correct because I don't know anything, but it's just so counterintuitive because on the tooltip, it says that Touch of the Magi is accumulating the damage that you deal to the target for 12 seconds. So why would you not cast that first and then deal damage to your target? It just feels backwards. I'm sure there's some like quantum mage reason for why it works that way, but I think it's stupid. I disagree. I think it's dumb. I don't like doing it. Don't make sense. I think we just get comfy on the classes that we're used to playing, and I've never managed to get used to mage. I wish I could, because the portals are amazing quality of life. I love having mage ports. I want to do this rare. It's right in front of me. I also like having recuperate for helping me recover health after something like that. Started mage and I can't main anything else because portals are just too convenient. Yeah. I really like having them when I have them, especially for farming mounts. It was really convenient when I was doing mount runs. Oh, there's another lady under the stairs. This is the fastest way, I think, to get your Titan Disc fragments for your archives weekly done, is if you can just, like, trip and fall on a bunch of, rares. Super nice. Really want to like mage, but Boomkin has made me kind of lazy about kiting and positioning. Yeah. I don't kite anything on my priest. It's either someone else is tanking this or I'm going to tank it with my face. Those are the only options. You want me to cast it and move? No such thing. Doesn't happen. Whew, a little spicy. I said I was going to go, but then I didn't. It's hard. Oh, hey, I got my list done. We can turn in another one. Wahoo! 1% of a chat list achievement. That is 1% of my achievement I get to keep, huh? Plus 33 market research so far. That's actually, it's really been coming through. I'm going to try, I think, to save up as much market research as I can this week so that I can turn it in during the overlap on Sunday, I guess. I think that's the move. I have a list. Smelly stones. And then you give me a new list because that one was old. And then this one. Yeah, more scrap, more shipping. Maybe sluice. Oh, maybe races. You can just spam the race. Sunday's Darkmoon Fair. It's an extra 10% rep buff that overlaps with the goblin rep buff event. Dog could use a pillow. I think he likes sleeping like this because he does it all the time. Buddy, you wanna? Can I say hi before we leave? You want some pets? Should we pet the dog? Out. The most asleep dog I've ever seen. He jumped a little when I touched his paw, but he is not in the mood to get up right now. You can tell when he's like licking his chops and called him doing his num-nums like that. He's real tired. Okay, I am done for today, but I shall be back. When am I going to be back? Tomorrow? Thursday morning. Have a little goblin party or something. See how much market research we can scrape together. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate the company, and I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day.